Hello, everyone. It's another day of E3. It's time to go through the Ubisoft conference today, and hopefully they show more than a YouTube playlist and 2 games like they did last night at Bethesda.
We're really gonna start. We're gonna start with that, huh?
No,
Okay.
we're gonna start and end it, and then we're gonna jump straight to Ubisoft because I don't want to talk about it. Although I went back and watched the Wolfenstein game. Looks pretty good. That's a fucking wild trailer. Like,
I agree.
it looks great.
Yeah.
They dropped acid in it. There was a little lizard in the end that looks great. That's going to be a fucking wild mess, and I'm pretty excited for that. But
Evil Within 2, surprisingly more kind of artsy and mentally weird than I was expecting. I was expecting a lot more gore and blood and just people getting ripped apart and stuff.
Just jump
But-
scares.
Yeah, but then they kind of put that whole kind of mental going crazy spin, uncomfortable, what's real, what's not side on it. And I got to admit, I'm super interested in that. I can't wait to play that one.
yeah, that looks good too.
Also, some other interesting stuff. The Dishonored 2 thing is not Dishonored 3, and it is not Dishonored 2 DLC.
It's a standalone
Dishonored
game.
It is a
2.5.
$30 standalone. Yeah.
Oh,
So,
Yeah.
that's pretty
Okay.
cool.
Yeah. And finally, the last little bit to come out of that yesterday, you can buy Fallout 4 VR on Steam right now
Yeah,
for
$60.
$60.
60 goddamn dollars.
What?
Apparently, there's been rumors that you're going to get a reduction if you own Fallout 4, but I can tell you it's not there right now.
They did that with is someone who dropped acid after the Bethesda thing and decided that they wanted to play Skyrim last night. You could have gotten Skyrim Special Edition free for a limited time if you own Skyrim, but you can't anymore. Apparently, I missed that boat. So I ended up
sucks.
not playing Skyrim because I didn't want to drop $60 or download mods.
Oh,
You did drop
shucks.
acid.
Wow.
Yeah, I
Oh,
did.
no.
So there was I had that going for me. I
And-
dropped acid and then watched this weird conference put on by a bunch of indie devs that they just like killed people and there was
Devolver
blood.
Presser?
Yeah, there was just blood everywhere. I don't know if it actually happened. It was a weird fever dream that occurred last night. So I don't know if that's actually out there. They didn't
you
announce
watch
anything.
Did you watch the pre-show?
I did. If we want to talk about that, we can. I think I made a tweet saying, I'm trying to understand why this exists, but I can't, or something like that.
Yeah, maybe we just leave it as is. If you missed it, then like sucks to suck.
I saw you.
Yeah.
Were you playing I did see you playing some graveyard game.
Yeah, that was
and-
interesting.
Yeah. I don't know. I think we're going to talk
Look,
about that on Wednesday.
Sure. I won't be here, so you can rip on me all you would like.
I mean, it's less ripping. I just don't. I see why it exists. It's like the trendy, cool thing, but I don't
Right.
know the purpose, right? Like,
Exactly.
I don't know the
Sure.
purpose.
Works for me, man.
We'll talk about that on Wednesday's Drop Frames for sure. Let's talk about Ubisoft because their conference kicks off in about 25 minutes. They're showing Fortnite right now, so I guess we can pop this up if you guys want to see some Fortnite over on the Twitch stream. But Ubisoft, a conference that usually every year I'm hyped for kind of the wrong reasons, just because I want to see absurd things occur, because Ubisoft is always a little weird in the best ways possible. And now they don't have Aisha Tyler hosting. So
That's sad.
yeah.
Yeah,
another
why they
reason not to
nix
watch.
the only good
Yeah, why'd they
person
take
to
her out,
host
though?
anything?
She makes
They
it exciting.
tweeted out that they were sorry. They actually tweeted sorry to Aisha or something like, "We still love you, Aisha." But the Ubisoft conference is being hosted by the developers.
Yeah. And
Boo! Developers suck at conferences.
well, hold on. They are
Wait a
going to be
second.
French.
There's a few.
So
Most of them.
Most of them will be French. So there's a potential for funny things to occur.
You're right. I'm gonna find my wife. God.
A lot of awkwardness.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited for the awkwardness.
A lot of really uncomfortable people in front of crowds.
Yeah. I did read somewhere that Aisha Tyler she has a show now that is daily or weekly, so she kind of has a super busy schedule. So I'm sure that has to do with it more than that, instead of Ubisoft not wanting her back, because like she's been kind of a staple of their E3 show for almost as long as I can remember, 3 or 4 years at least. But that'll be weird. I want to see how they handle not having a host of that nature that can kind of go with the craziness that is sometimes Ubisoft.
That can save the awkwardness.
Yeah,
That's the big thing about Aisha is she was the tempo of the show. No matter what happened, you could count on her doing a quick quip, and the show was back on track. And that happened frequently in the Ubisoft shows, where something wouldn't just not really hit or not hit the chord that they wanted to, and she would just be like, "Okay, well, you know."
Anyway,
they're not going to have that this time. And I got to say this: Day 9 was excellent in the PC Gamer Showcase. He is an entertainer, and he was awesome. But there were, even in that show, a few times when it just like you could see things not land and no response from the audience, and he was just like, "Ha, okay, moving on." Like, and without having that kind of personality up there, that's when shows go from like, "Hey, this is cool," to "This is slightly hard to watch."
Please clap.
Yeah. Oh, dude, at one point, the Intel guy comes up during the PC conference, and he's just doing he's basically doing an Intel commercial, a 10-minute Intel commercial during it. And at one point he goes, "And the prize pool is $1 million." Nothing. And then he goes, $1 million.
Oh no.
And it's just, and we were all just like,
oh. Was that for the Quake thing from Bethesda? What was the $1 million tournament?
Intel is doing this big esports thing where they're running like 10 competitions, and they have the same teams in all of them, and the first team to win 4 of them gets $1 million. It's actually kind of cool, but they even managed to come off like weird and cringy.
Huh?
Well, what games?
It's a cool concept, though. But
what games are they playing for that?
Yeah,
I need to go read more about that.
Well, the weird thing is, every time they talk about that, they talk about the next big thing they're pushing. VR esports.
Woo! Wait,
let's go.
Yeah,
all right, whatever.
And they have this new game coming out that's kind of like an Ender's Gamey.
Yes, that's what I thought.
Like weird 3D arena where you throw a disc like in Tron, and it looks kind of cool, but it's the same time you look at that game and you're like, yeah, I play this for an hour or two, you know, and then it's like, ah. But apparently they're really pushing it. Like they want to make this as mainstream as they can, and they're going to try, it looks like. So we'll see where it goes.
Can we discuss when they presented the game? The guy comes out and he's like, "It's super fast paced. It's exciting. Like it's really the speed is unbelievable." And then they cut to footage and it's the slowest shit I have ever seen. And they're like, and just the pacing is insane. It's just like,
and the disc is just like,
yeah, it was.
What game was that for?
There's a single player game and then a multiplayer component.
Oh, it's more
and the
esports
single player
stuff.
game is something Soul or something. It's like a sci-fi space game. That one looks pretty cool. The solo game looks pretty cool. You're like a robot, rogue AI on the outside of a ship, and you have to repair it and use VR and stuff. That looks badass. And then the other side is this multiplayer arena. Like basically you have a disc and you have to throw it in a goal. It looks really simple. Just VR in full motion. There's no like up and down. So we'll have to see, man.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I need to go back and maybe check out some of the trailers from the PC Gaming Conference for sure. We get to see more Assassin's Creed today, and maybe they can explain why they took a year off. I think that's maybe what I'm looking forward to the most, and that and the new IP.
And South Park.
I can't really get excited for Far Cry.
Even though we're not doing like the primal stuff, we're going to backwoods like Montana, religious cult shit.
Because I think even though the setting is changing, I don't know how they're going to get, like, you're still going to have to collect pig skins to fucking make your ammo pouch bigger.
Dude,
it's going to be a copy pasta, right? But just in Montana.
That's what I'm thinking.
That's what people are hoping. I want to see the exact same thing from Far Cry as I want to see from the new AC. I want to see them go, here's the game, and here's the new stuff we're doing in the game that you've never seen in the franchise before. Check it out. That's what I want to see from Far Cry and AC. We have some interesting new stuff with AC. I'm not going to lie. Like, there were some little tiny things that we saw in that trailer that looked kind of interesting. Like getting ability points and shit.
Bro.
That's brand new, dude. Like, can you really spec characters? Can you choose what type of assassin you are? Like, are there different, can like some assassins scale walls and others super stealthy? Like, can I actually customize my guy in AC now? If that's a really deep system, that could be a kick in the pants that AC needs. That would get me interested back in AC. But at the same time, if it's just some superficial Destiny style, like one fork, you pick this one or this one. Ha customization. Then that's a little bit different.
Yeah, here's this was shown during the Xbox conference is where we saw this game already. Yeah. So I'm wondering if they're definitely not gonna show the same gameplay that we're seeing here. So hopefully we see something a little bit different, maybe a continuation of him actually getting a mark. But everything we saw here was, aside from what you guys just mentioned, like the core of Assassin's Creed has not been touched from the looks of it. I did mention that the environments seemed a little bit more clustered in the best possible ways that you could. Like there's more things to kind of go to and latch onto. But for a game that was, quote, taken out of production and given a year or not taken out of production, but given an extra year to work on, there's really not too many big changes here. And I think they really need to go in and be like, this is what's new in Assassin's Creed, and this is why it's going to be different. Or that message of taking a year off is going to be kind of lost. But we'll see.
Isn't there an argument for if it's not broke, don't fix it? Like if you add too much shit, people would be like, oh, the last one was better than this.
Yeah, it's definitely they kind of have to find the thin line between don't fix or change too many things, but change enough to where it does change the gameplay experience to get people interested in the game again because they've played the same game for, I don't know, 6 or 7 years now, right?
Yeah. When was Assassin's Creed 1? It's ages ago.
I feel like that came out in like 2007, 2006. That was
2007.
Was that was during the 360 era, right? When that first came out, I think.
I don't know.
They didn't.
Wasn't
launch
that the one
on
that had like
original
the lead developer woman was a woman that was quite attractive and she got loads of shit and she kind of took a back step because she was fed up with all the bullshit.
I think. Are you talking about Jade Raymond?
Jade, yeah.
Yeah, I think she worked on Assassin's Creed early on. I think that's where she worked. She was definitely at Ubisoft, and it might have been that.
She definitely did the first one.
Yeah.
Or she was the face of it, I guess.
Yeah. But we'll see. I'm kind of the outlier because well, Black Flag was definitely received very well by a lot of people. Tons of people like that. I thought Syndicate, the latest Assassin's Creed, the one that took place in England, was.
That's England, right?
Yeah, it wasn't terrible. It was in its purest form Assassin's Creed. You're still stabbing dudes. They just didn't have a terrible fuck up like they did with Unity, which was just probably their biggest colossal fuck up when it comes to Assassin's Creed. I don't even know where to begin with all the issues with that game, but
wasn't the Syndicate one where it had on-screen subtitles that literally translated because they used English slang? So it's like, oh, the target you need to kill is up the apple and pears, and in the subtitle it would say the target is up the stairs because it's using like rhyming slang.
I didn't know that.
Laugh when I watched. Yeah, there's loads of rhyming slang in the actual voice acting, and then in the subtitles they actually like explain what they mean.
Yeah,
I
didn't know
crack
that.
me up every time.
I never saw that when I played through it. This is the weird thing. This arrow is so bizarre. The fact
It's
that
so
you can,
janky.
Yeah, it just looks.
What is that?
They gave Michael J. Fox a controller. They couldn't get somebody to just like
wow.
evenly get it. It's like
Usually I go for the Michael J. Fox. I'm so glad you're here, Tucker. I'm wow.
I gotta make you guys look better.
I'm impressed.
You know?
I'm impressed.
People are like, look at these professional journalists, and this guy, the first thing he says is that.
I'm impressed. I like it. We can't go anywhere from there.
Anyways,
They're gonna bring him out on stage and make him play, according to Tucker. It's gonna be awful. What else are we gonna see? Far Cry. We can go back to that for a second.
I'm gonna be honest. The more I thought about it, the more that I kind of realized I actually kind of like that arrow at the end.
Really?
Because I do. Let me tell you why. Because it shows that they're trying to do things differently. We've never seen anything like that in AC. What if there's a lot of really cool abilities that are just crazy and outlying? Now, granted, the preview was kind of janky. I agree with that. But I could see all sorts of fun things that you could do with something like that. And if they really kind of take that further and kind of make it so your character has all sorts of weird powers and stuff, I don't know. I mean, that could be different than normal. So,
yeah.
And that's kind of what I'm looking for from the series. So, I know that's probably an unpopular opinion, but
that's really positive. That's like seeing somebody eat soup with chopsticks and like he's trying something new. Like, stop trying something new, dude.
Is that different?
I mean, I think there's that's going from like, well, whatever. We're not going to get into the semantics. I see what I do agree with Ko though. For them trying new shit.
We can't yell at the AC guys for not trying new things, and then the second they do, shit on them all over.
I guess I can.
I mean?
He's right.
It did look really weird, though. There's no denying that.
Yeah.
It looked weird with that arrow, but he wasn't eating soup with chopsticks.
Super weird. It would have been a lot cooler if the dude like shot the arrow up and then like super smoothly brought it back down and like they could have showed that off so much better than like
if they turned him into fucking Yondu, then we've got some issues. because there's only one
Ye
character.
olde Yandu.
Yeah. Mary Poppins is not going to
you're
pop
right.
up.
If they'd like done like a proper longbow thing, like he shot it miles into the sky, and the first half of it you couldn't adjust it, and then on the final half you could just guide it left and right a bit, that would have been fine.
For all we know, maybe that's how it was, and he just screwed it up.
Yeah, you know what? Let's draw the line. We saw a giant like basilisk, but let's draw the line of controlling bows. It's like that's where I break. I can't do it, man.
Yeah.
That's like
That's
the bullshit. I can't do.
You got a point. You got a point there. You got a point there.
Like the whole series is about people going like back in time through shit. So
Sure. I mean, it is a video game after all. It is a video game after all. Far Cry 5. Is anyone like on the super hype levels of this, or?
I'm excited. Look, I don't know how many of you guys played Far Cry 1, which was a completely different game from any other Far Cry.
Yeah.
There were discussions about being back to their origins, right? And I don't believe it, and I especially don't believe it if we're taking Far Cry 1 into effect. So I can agree it's probably a copy-paste, but who knows? Maybe you will get to control a bullet around a building, hurt it or something.
It's true. They might be trying some new stuff.
But like,
I don't know what the fishing looks good. There's hunting though. You're gonna get a pelt from that deer that he's shooting, 100%, and it's gonna make your ammo bag bigger. Like, I don't think they're gonna change that. I don't. With that said, I don't know what I want from a Far Cry game, to be honest, because I haven't really enjoyed. I'm not the person that enjoys them in the past, or that has enjoyed them in the past. So I don't know if this is even a game for me to start with. So I don't know if they could add anything or change anything in this that would get me super excited. Except maybe a really fucking good story is maybe the best way that could pull me in.
I agree completely.
It's kind of interesting. I saw the gameplay trailer for the first time today, actually. And this is going to sound really weird, but like watching that trailer, when I saw like the enemies in particular and the characters that they want to be boss, essentially, like the dude that cut praise into his arm and the crazy religious guys, all I could help thinking to myself is, I hope these aren't the same crazy religious people we see in every game like this. Like I started, like, even though it's so out there and they're trying to be so different and incendiary, like all I could think of is like, I hope this isn't trademark crazy, where it's just going to be some dude yelling about his religion and saying how you need to do it, and then he's trying to kill you because you're a blasphemer. You know, like, I kind of hope they take a new direction with this, something that we just haven't seen 100 times before. And I'm after seeing that gameplay video, funny enough, I was a little bit less hyped because I'm like, this almost looks like standard crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
The lead guy is always very like level-headed and like smooth-spoken until somebody pisses off, and then he snaps and he yells really loudly, and then he brings it back down. Yeah. And he continues with
just like pushes some guy into spikes on the wall.
Or just kills somebody that he's known for the whole game. It's like, I don't care.
Basically like the governor from Walking Dead. Like he comes across as all prim and proper, and then all of a sudden he's just got this weird like, what the? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I hope that they deliver a really good story, I guess is how I'll look at Far Cry. But we're only 10 minutes away and we need to cover a lot more games. Is For Honor mentioned? Do they bring For Honor out? Is that a thing that's
Isn't that game dead?
Have you seen the player base graph?
The game.
They have lost in the last 2 months 94% of their concurrent viewership.
No. Didn't they just have hands-on with new content? I know that they brought a bunch of streamers out, and then the streamers had to play against professional players. So like,
I'm one of those streamers. Yeah, I'm one of them.
I'll shit talk them.
They didn't tell us until I arrived. They landed and like, see those guys? They're tournament players. You need to play them. I'm like, I've not played the game for 2 months. I'm not prepared for this.
So you guys didn't even get to play like the new content, did you?
Nope.
Yeah. So they brought him out for nothing. Whee!
That sucks.
I gotta be honest. I really feel at this point that For Honor has just become like something they're keeping alive for the investors, like something they're keeping alive for the people that have given them a lot of money to make it. Like it, for all intents and purposes, it is basically already like the flash in the pan phase is over. Like there's not much they're going to be able to do or say at this point to bring people that have already left back, and they're just not getting new players. So it's like, you really got to wonder. There's this weird point in the game where you put so much money into it that you just have to keep going, especially if you keep long-term promises, which they've made a couple with For Honor. So it's kind of uncomfortable, to be honest. I really hope it's not a center point of the show, because that's going to be even more awkward.
Yeah, same. I don't know. I think, SACRIEL, you're probably the the player or the person that on this panel that's played the most and maybe is most excited to see what the change is, if there's any changes moving forward that they haven't already said?
I think the game is this close to greatness. Like when you first start playing it, it's fantastic. It really is. Like a lot of streamers played it for like a month straight, and it was really good. But when you start to unlock and realize all the flaws, then it quickly loses its kind of enjoyment level. There's a lot of glaring mistakes that they took like 6 months to fix.
Yeah.
So to be honest, I can't really see an easy way for them to be like, hey, we did this ABC, and then I'll be like, oh my god, I can't wait to play again. They're gonna have to pull something out of the bag to really bring people back.
Okay.
Even adding ninjas that can backflip and go invisible and throw chains only brought me back for like 3 days.
That's a pretty good point. We'll just have to see what they do with that. Division. Do you think that gets a mention and then that's it? Or do you think maybe they announce a full-on expansion for it?
Division still has a relatively active player base, something to keep in mind.
Yeah, very active.
I think that if we don't hear a mention of like DLC or something, we might get a hint of like we're probably making another one, but they do have a surprisingly large amount of people that still play the game. So
yeah, okay. We'll see. I hope they do something more in the realm of VR, and it's something like they did with Bridge Crew. Or maybe just more Bridge Crew, because I think that's one of the most unique experiences I've played in quite some time when it comes to just any video game. And if Ubisoft is the one to kind of take us to those experiences, then fucking continue, because it's great. If you haven't played Bridge Crew VR, it's 100% worth it if you can find a VR somewhere, or someone that has one rather. Because apart from that, there's really not that many companies aside from maybe Bethesda that are putting a lot of money into VR, and apparently that's going to cost $60 for a full retail game for Fallout 4. So we'll see. I hope they do something with that. That's in the same vein as Bridge Crew, but there's been no leaks to say otherwise.
You, Aaron, and who was it? Zeke and Scoots. That was one of the funniest things I've seen on Twitch for so long. I watched thinking, it's going to be like sweaty, try hard, like, turn the shields up, this, that, the other. And I tuned in and I was watching. I had all 4 of you open, like on each screen. And you were on my left screen, which is kind of behind my mic. So I didn't notice you immediately. So I was watching Zeke and he was just stood looking at you and you were just like wanking off this. And then I looked at each person's screen and they were all looking at you. And then I watched you and you kind of like looked over your shoulder and just like slowly ground to a halt like a child.
Yeah,
and I just lost my mind. For about 10 minutes, I was laughing my head off.
It's fantastic, man. That stuff is so much fun. I want to see more VR experiences like that. I don't even like Star Trek. I'm not a huge Star Trek fan, and I fucking loved everything about that game. It was super fun. What else? They could show, what was it? Not the Cars 2. The Crew 2.
Crew 2.
Which I don't think anyone's like, that's a hard sell. I really do.
The Crew, wasn't that like the multiplayer GTA thing where you drive around the streets and they kind of made it out like you would just bump into other people's sessions? And
it's multiplayer GTA if you could never get out of the car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're always in the car. I played it for a while. You're always in the car the entire time. I played it for the first few levels.
I played it for a good bit too. It was fun with friends for about a day or two, and then we moved on.
I have an issue with that phrase, and I just want to get it out here because everybody's been saying it since, and it's going to be through all of E3. Fun with friends. Anything you do with your friends is probably fun. That's why they're your friends. So saying that a game is fun with friends means nothing to me. Like, I hope so. Yeah. I hope it would be fun with your friends. Like,
now, well, tell me this, Jericho. Would it tell you a lot about a game if someone said this game is not fun with friends?
Yes, it would. It would tell me a lot more than if they were like, "Yeah, dude, fun with friends." I'm like, "Yeah, okay, of course."
Have you guys heard of DayZ? That's just not fun on any level.
Yeah, see, if you were like, "It's just not fun, not even with friends," I'm like,
"You can't
I'm
even have fun with your friends." Okay, I got you. I will stop using the term "it's fun with friends" from now on. I will only say it's fun. Even without your friends.
Even without your friends, yeah. Then
we'll
I'm like, oh boy.
We'll go with that. And then kind of new IPs. I think in the land of videoscape or videoscapes. What the fuck?
Yeah.
In the land of we'll get South Park in a sec. That's been shown a billion times. It should have already been out by now. I don't even know why if it's at the conference,
right.
I'll laugh because it should have been out in what, October, and then it was delayed to December, and now it's delayed till sometime this fall. Do they even have a release date for it this year?
I had no idea it got delayed that much.
I think it's the fall. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah,
it got delayed a lot.
It's been a while, so I'd be surprised if they fucking wheel Matt and Trey out again to talk about South Park more, because I don't know what else they can show for that game. Maybe a new trailer. Maybe they show a new trailer and that's it, and announce the new launch date, and that's it.
About Rainbow Six stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like old IPs coming back or new IPs. Ubisoft's kind of led the way in the past couple of years of For Honor is a perfect example. Division's another perfect example. Even though it's not the greatest game, The Crew, another new IP that they've shown in recent years and pushed out. I'm pretty excited for them to show more of that stuff and announce new IPs. But also we could go back to a Tom Clancy game. That might be fun.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Splinter Cell.
But they just did Wildlands with the Tom Clancy IP attached to that. Yeah, or license, yeah.
Yeah.
Wildlands is a Tom Clancy game.
For that, right?
And
that was actually a pretty fun game. For a bit.
It was fun with friends.
You're gonna hate me. The only time I enjoyed that game was when we were playing with friends and looking at all the fucking bugs. And it was we were playing the beta, so maybe that's why. It was so fucking buggy.
Fun with friends.
Yeah. I hope they announce like a true Tom Clancy Splinter Cell game.
Yeah.
I'd be down to go back into that world for sure.
I remember playing that shit like PS2 levels and legitimately getting a feeling of like stuff. I don't think I've played a Tom Clancy game a la, Ghost Recon level sneaky game in a while that I've enjoyed. So if they do, I'd be really happy. But it's kind of the same thing with Far Cry. Like they got to go all the way back to the start of the franchise and make it up to 2017 standards.
Yeah, yeah. And then we also have that new the Mario Rabbids game, which is apparently like an Advanced Wars RPG tactical XCOM type deal with Mario and the Raving Rabbids.
What?
I'm not making this up.
You're joking.
That's what Jesse Cox was saying last Drop Frames, so I'm pulling this from him. And I would love to see what that looks like, because that sounds absolutely fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I would have never imagined a Rabbids Mario game in the vein of XCOM.
No, that sounds pretty crazy.
I would love for them to show that here and try to show what the fuck that game looks like, because that sounds absolutely crazy. But apart from that, what else?
Real quick, just speaking of that, real quick, in case anyone missed the PC Gamer conference,
they
announced an XCOM 2 expansion, and it looks awesome.
Oh, really? When does that come out?
A full expansion. Not only is it a full expansion that adds in like 3 new soldier classes, but now there's multiple factions, and you have to like take them over to be able to make those classes. And then there's like 3 enemies: a warlock, a sniper, and like a stealthy rogue dude. And they're like iconic characters that level up and gain abilities as you fight them throughout this expansion. So as your characters are getting stronger, so are they. So it's some really interesting new stuff that they're doing. And and the visuals and graphics and the stories and characters looks cool, man. I may actually dive back in XCOM for that.
I'm into that.
Also, really quick, the PC Gamer conference. Are we starting the press?
I think it just started. Yeah, they just threw it to it.
I believe the honor is yours. Would you do the honors, please? Sure.
It's already French.
Begin.
Let the games begin.
Let the games.
Allez bleu.
Begin the games.
And already we missed Aisha.
Should I be watching this on my own, or do we have the audio through Skype?
Watch on your own, because otherwise you'll get delayed.
Okay.
Just /Twitch. /Twitch.
I'm gonna do the whole press review in French.
What is the space game? There was a lot of space stuff.
Dance in space.
What is that new logo about?
What the
Starfield?
Oh, here we go.
Oh, there it is.
Oh god.
Oh my god, it's a fucking Mario game.
Best place to watch this is Ubisoft or Twitch, you think?
I'm watching on Twitch. I'm into it. This is great.
Me too.
This is so
Ideal for me.
I don't know what's going on.
Bethesda's LSD transferred over.
Oh my god.
Yay!
Yay, it's a Frenchman.
Hello, everyone, and thank you. We've always wondered what could happen
Wow, he just ignored the
if
I
our
love you.
crazy rabbits were
Yeah,
unleashed upon the world of
Hasn't got time for
Mario.
your shit, dude.
Today,
Eve don't give a fuck.
the dream is
He's off
reality.
his tits.
You could say he leaves it all on the floor.
Boom.
And to talk about this unexpected encounter,
They're bringing out
it is
Miyamoto.
my great honor to welcome a very special guest, someone I truly
Is it Reggie or
admire.
Miyamoto?
Miyamoto.
Oh!
Hey, it's Miyamoto.
He's going ham.
Ladies and gentlemen,
No, he's one of those dudes.
Miyamoto-san.
It's like Keanu Reeves. He doesn't age.
I would love for him just to shoot a
Yeah.
crowd member with that thing.
Keanu Reeves. And Morgan Freeman's been old my entire life. Like, what's that guy doing?
That's a cool way to start out your conference.
Thank you for coming. We are so happy to have you today.
God.
So what?
This crazy man's got a gun. Get him out of here.
This is a life-size replica of one of the weapons from this game.
Wow.
Cool. I'm sure you love it.
I brought one for you.
Okay. Oh, thank you. Wow. Woo. So,
Kill everyone.
so let's.
Oh my. Alright,
Wow.
Oh man, that was crazy. I'm gonna leave it right here, chat.
Is
Is that a UFC
he can
champion?
have our conversation.
He had his belt. I don't know what that was.
ね、ゴーストリーコンのとちょっと違うでしょ
This thing
These
won't
are a
fucking
little
come
bit
off my
different from the
hand.
weapons you see in Ghost Recon.
可愛いでしょ
Yeah, very different weapons
they're
for
cute.
very different worlds. This one is, I think, very effective in the world of Mario and Rabbit. So, should do well.
Two non-native English speakers on the stage
Yeah.
and make them talk.
Look, oop,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Maybe we don't need Aisha. Maybe she doesn't need to be here.
I'm so proud.
Those two talking together, you
of
know when
Ubisoft
two people get those like
long-standing
Google
collaboration
devices
with
that talk
Nintendo.
and
You
they
know,
set them
from
up
the
and they talk
DS
to each
the
other?
Wii
It's like
and,
that.
More recently, for the impressive launch of the Switch, you know, it has always been, we have always been inspired by Nintendo and by all the great work you have been able to do.
そうですね、本当にいつも UBI さんにはね、協力いただいてありがとうございます。
Yes, thank you very much for all the work that we've been able to do together over the
All the
years with
conferences are
Ubisoft.
so
もうほら
quiet.
出会ってから25
Yeah.
年
Well,
ぐらい
the
経つんです
audio is just
I mean, Eves, it's
all
already been
over the
about
place.
25 years since you and I first met.
で E3 とかに来るたんびに UBI さんのブースを僕は訪問してでビデオで撮ってもらって社内のビデオに登場したりしてましたね
And every year at E3, you're kind enough to invite me to your booth, and we get to take lots of pictures and
Can you
videos.
even imagine
and
how rich
I've
he is?
even recorded messages for Ubisoft employees in the past.
でそのたんびにねなんか UBI の開発の皆さんのすごい任天
Yeah,
堂
that
ゲ
guy
ーム愛みたい
translating,
なも
that's
のを
actually a clone
感じ
hat,
てきま
man.
した
Yeah.
So over the years, I've always felt the deep, heartfelt passion
gonna
that
dispose of
Ubisoft
half the show.
developers have for Nintendo and its characters.
でそれは一方でね僕は同じ開発者としてライバルですからこう戦う姿勢で頑張ってきたんですけど
But on the other hand, because we're both software developers, we've also looked at each other as kind of rivals and tried to see who could make the best software.
けどまあイブさんからラビッツの人形をもらったりいろいろして僕の席の前にもラビッツがいっぱいあるんですけどもそういうラビッツのヒューモアはすごく理解してました
But of course, I've known the Rabbids characters for many years, and I have many Rabbids figures decorating my desk. And so I've always been a fan of
I
the
think the person
characters
doesn't know
and their
what a
humor.
rabbit
だから
is.
今回の話があった
It's
時
little
に
rabbits, man.
ラビッツがどんなユーモアを
Is it in a
ゲ
game or
ームの
something?
中
Are
で
they
使う
Yeah,
iconic?
の
yeah,
か
yeah.
楽しみに
It's
して
from
ま
a
す
few games.
So
It's,
since
you
this
know,
project
what
first
are
started,
those
I've
little
been
yellow
very
guys called
excited
that are like
to see
a
what kind of
thing?
humor the
Minions,
Rabbids
yeah,
can
they're like
bring
minions.
to
Yeah,
the
it's
Mario
kind of,
world.
they're kind of like those, but in kind of more gaming, and they're kind of crazy. There was a couple Mario games that had them in them a while back. They're just kind of a reoccurring character.
So when I met Davide-san, who is the creative director of this game, Yes.
Can we see some gameplay?
That guy's like on the verge of tears. Look at that.
Just one condition for this project.
絶対こうジャンプするゲームとかそういうプラットフォームゲームじゃなくてマリオで今まで作ったことのないジャンルのゲームを作ってほしいとお願いします。
Whatever you do, don't try to make a jump game or a Mario platformer. Try to make a Mario game that has never been made before.
よかったですね。
And it's great.
And I can tell you, it was an exciting, very exciting challenge for all
This is
our
like a
teams.
fucking
And I think
Facebook update
we've done
about
something you will
friendships.
love.
Like they're just talking to
So,
each other.
thank you very much
everybody to
for
see.
giving us the chance to perform on this game.
はい、本当にこうヨーロッパで作るとこんなものができるのかとかね。それからUBI さんやっぱりアクションゲームをちゃんと作ってる会社なんで、
I really hope
ストラ
this is
テ単性の
XCOM.
ストラテジーゲームというもののちゃんとこう
Yeah,
テンポ
definitely
の
is. You
い
can
い
see
ゲームができ
in
る
the background. It's got that vibe, right?
And so, of
Bunch
course,
dudes
because
fighting
the
with
game
knives.
is being made in Europe, it has a very unique flavor to it. And of course, Ubisoft is very good at making action
What was
games.
that?
But this game in particular has a great layer of strategy and tactics to
You
it.
about to hit it.
But
You
with a
about to
very
hit
good
it.
pace.
Yeah, no, it's going to be
Doing the
fresh,
Miyamoto shuffle.
actually. So now let's welcome Xavier, the producer of the game, and he will show us the game.
That'd be nice.
So thanks again.
7 minutes.
Thanks again, Mr. Miyamoto. Thank you.
He's gone with the salmon, confident. Gone with the salmon. So.
Finally, we can talk about this project. So we've been working on this game for more than 3 years now, and to be at E3 today on this stage is just super exciting. So, what is this game exactly? So Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle is a tactical adventure exclusive for the Nintendo Switch, and let's check right away some gameplay.
Oh, here we go.
Let's go.
Hey.
Let's see what the fuck this is.
I fuck with it. I fuck with it 100%.
Is that a Roomba?
Nice.
Looks like a Rumbo.
So the rabbits
Roomba.
have been teleported into the Mushroom Kingdom.
Look,
and
man.
the world
Just
completely
leave it alone,
unstable
all right?
and
Let's just
chaotic.
move on.
So Mario, as a true hero, wants to save the day.
Let's just move on.
But this time, with some new friends.
This is so cute.
Oh, God.
That's like before and after beer.
And at first,
I'm enjoying
they
watching
don't
it.
really know each other, but in the end, they
Yeah, I
will
don't
form
really know
this
what's happening.
dream
Why
team
is
that will
Mario
potentially
doing the Naruto
save
run?
the Mushroom Kingdom.
He's always done that. Mario was Naruto before Naruto was Naruto, you know?
Yeah.
Is it an RPG?
I can't tell. This is like the most androgynous game. So it's definitely not XCOM, is it? Nowhere near.
And as
No,
the game is
seriously, did I just miss
a
something, or what is
turn-based
that thing you're
tactical
flying around?
adventure game,
It's a
combat is a
Rumbo.
really big part of the concept.
It's a Rumbo.
JK
You
already
fight
clearly went
wave
over that.
after wave of rabbit that somehow turn bad. And
I think
what
that's
we
just the
see
player's
here is
controller.
just,
I think
the very
you just
beginning of the
lead
game, so
the
it will be
pack,
perfect to
and then
talk
they
about the
fight.
combat basics.
here
So
we
the
go.
two flags you
Here's
see on
some
the screen
combat.
here is to tell you this is a battlefield zone.
Yeah, here we go.
So you'll switch from exploration mode to battle mode.
So is it like fight? Oh yeah.
The blue
Oh my
zone
God,
is your
it
zone
is
of
X-
movement, so you
Oh my
move anywhere you
God.
want in that zone. But you can
I'm
also
so good at
use
it.
battlefield ingredients such as covers for protection.
Are you
So
serious?
like,
It's
Here using
Mario
half cover
XCOM.
or full cover.
This is amazing.
And we also have what we call team jump. So by jumping on your teammates, you can expand your zone of movement. So here, Rabbit Peach, using Mario, she's able to flank the enemy.
Oh my, this is actually
This is
XCOM.
sick!
So you can
Holy
also
shit,
attack
damage
the enemy
numbers and everything.
behind that cover and expose them by destroying that cover, which
I'm
is
actually
really
all
interesting in
about
terms of
this.
strategy because for the next turns, you'll be open for attacks. And last but
Man,
not
I gotta
least,
buy a Switch now.
so
don't I?
from defensive ones like Rabbit Peach shield boost, or offensive ones like Mario's Hero Sight, He's able
Dude,
to
this
attack
is
the
gonna
enemy
sell
even
so
if it's
many
not
copies
his
just
turn,
'cause it has Mario
as soon as
attached.
the enemy moves.
Yep.
Dude, this is going to introduce XCOM to an entire new generation.
It's even got Overwatch. It slowed it down and everything. Look at that.
I bet you that
So
the XCOM
this is
devs
a
are
very
watching this and they're
core
like, this
aspect
is
of the game
awesome.
itself. So
Yeah,
you
this
can
is
so
match
good for us.
attack options, movement abilities, techniques, but we also have other ingredients such as pipes, rabbit pipes. So those give you a good move to flank the enemy. So here, for example, Rabbit Luigi goes into the pipe.
This has
out of
to
the
come
pipe,
out this year.
dash the enemy, goes for Mario, team jump, land behind the enemy
Oh my
in one
God.
single
Oh my
movement
God,
sequence.
he got
and then
dirtied.
Finish off the enemy.
Delete the game.
Dude, that's awesome. This is great.
JP's sold.
And what we see
I'm super
here
into
is
this.
actually explosive cover. So those have many type of super effects, and this one was a push effect. So you can push heroes or enemies out of the boundaries. So again, this is just a glimpse into the basics of the game. And as you progress into the game, you have
Oh my
more tactic
God.
tools. You'll be able to do more combo setups. You'll be able to use different type of heroes, different type of weapons.
Wow.
In order
This
to
isn't my
battle your
jam,
way
but I
through,
can kind
the
of
kingdom.
appreciate how cool this is.
I've never. Yeah, I'm gonna get this.
Dude, I was just saying this. I don't think I've ever been looking forward to Nintendo as much as I am this game right now.
Yeah.
This is huge.
Holy shit, look at those tech trees.
Before custom level creator.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
Oh, look at
Shit,
combo.
dude.
Combo.
This looks
Wombo
fucking
combo.
awesome. That looks great.
That was a great way to start.
Thank you.
Wow, man. Oh, done.
SACRIEL.
Holy shit, that
Thank
looks
you.
awesome.
And that's just a glimpse into the game itself. But first and foremost, this is
no,
a
I
project
think it's
done with
fine.
passion, with our hearts. So it would not exist otherwise. So we just can't wait for you guys to try the game at E3 this week. For those who are not at E3, you'll see online coverage, videos, and surprises. So have a great conference. Have a great E3. Thank you.
Stand up for that, man.
Not bad, yeah.
There's a trailer.
Oh, they're gonna hit us with the cinematics? Okay. We're going all out.
They gotta show how Bowser's involved, right? Mario's like, the fuck?
What's happening?
Oh, there's a little Goomba thing there.
Yeah.
Sleeper game of the year right here.
Totally.
Is it me or is this music not quite good?
Is it what?
This music is just a bit too hardcore for the game.
I think it fits the craziness that is this IP.
I want one of those guns with like the collector's edition.
It sounds like ACD or like hair metal.
There needs to be tons of content.
What if it's multiplayer?
Oh yeah, they didn't talk about multiplayer at all. That'd be awesome if it is.
Oh, he's got the ghost machine. So.
He does have his little ghost machine. Right? Oh shit.
Boss.
Donkey Kong?
All right.
August 29th. That looks great.
Is there a date on there?
Yeah.
Great.
No date. No date.
No, it was August 29th is when it comes out.
Oh, lying.
Still, that was great.
Yeah, that looks awesome.
Oh shit.
That's screen time.
Hi, I'm Ashraf Ismail, game director for Assassin's Creed Origins. I've waited a long time to say that.
I like how the crowd was a mixture of and
Almost 10 years ago.
And his mum's like, I love you.
I do kind of like how proud all these guys are of the
game.
games they're working on.
That game
It's
took us
refreshing
to
see.
the Third Crusade.
That's the French way, though.
And we fell in love
They're always
again
proud.
when it took us to the Italian Renaissance. Over the years, this amazing series has taken us to the American Revolution, the French Revolution, Victorian London, and of course, to the Republic of Pirates. For the 10-year anniversary of Assassin's Creed,
What the fuck was that wipe?
for our fans,
the wipe, someone
for ourselves, and for all newcomers,
Twitter for a sec.
we wanted to go back, very far back, to show
Yeah,
how
these
it
are
all
pretty big
began.
lower thirds.
Since Black Flag, over the last 3.5 years, we have poured our energy, our talent, our passion into bringing the land of pyramids, pharaohs, and mummies to life.
I'm really hoping we
bring ancient
see
Egypt
like they really focus on what
to
these
life.
ability points are and where they're going with it.
Now, Egypt challenged us.
By the way,
It
apparently the
fundamentally challenged
XCOM
us to
2 expansion
reinvent
and the
what it
Mario
means to
game
be
come out the same
Assassin's
day.
Over the next few days, we will see, play,
Head-to-head,
and feel
baby.
this reinvented experience.
I honestly
am
think that's more of a more is better
deeply
though.
honored,
Like if you like one of those, you'll
proud
probably play the other.
to be here representing the amazing work of a phenomenal team. And thrilled to finally be able to show you this beast we have been building. Without further ado, here is a taste of Egypt.
Please don't beat the same trailer.
Oh my god.
Uh-oh.
Go, what's the point being? Why are they spamming R? R. Oh, okay, I got you.
Oh, baby. Assassin's Creed RPG style. Let's do it.
I want to be that hippo.
Fuck that out of me.
Okay, the Gladius. Are there hyenas in Egypt?
The camel looks like it's floating.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Looks like Assassin's Creed.
Thank you.
Looks like a good movie.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. As an extra treat, let's check in with home base, where we're going to get a glimpse of what you'll see
Camera in the
right
shot.
after the UB conference.
Hey there, folks. Chris Waters here at the home base with Hanny
fuck?
Duong and Carl Luet, producer on Assassin's Creed Origins at Ubisoft Singapore.
This is a weird
Carl's
set
here
is
to give us
this?
a look at the gameplay of the game. We're going to be entering
That
the open
Division
world. We've
stuff
got a
behind
ton
them?
more to show you, but
I like those
Carl,
South
kick it
Park
off. Give us a
pillows.
little taste here.
Oh, here we go.
Here we are in the open world of Egypt. This is the demo that we will be showing
that-
on the show
Perfect.
floor here at
Perfect.
E3. Bayek
look
is
at those
riding into the
graphics.
Fayoum, one of
Perfect. I can
the
see
regions in
everything.
Egypt. It's most southernmost region. It's
What
Wait,
happens when
a
you
beautiful
record a
area.
monitor
We've come in
outside?
from the desert,
This is
No,
gorgeous.
zoom in
towards
more.
this
Zoom
lake
in more. I want
Morris.
to see more of this beautiful
And
game.
let's have a little exploration
Hey,
around
what are
here
they
using
doing?
our
This is
Eagle.
mental.
See-
Wait, is it what?
Is this a joke?
It's sunny on the lake, and it's sunny on the monitor here.
How
but
does
folks,
Mike-
this
Oh my
looks
God,
really
you
good.
have
It's
to be
running
kidding
on
me.
Xbox One X.
He also
We're
just
giving you
called
the
it out.
gameplay
He said
feed
it's
after
sunny
the
on the
show.
monitor.
We've
He
got
probably
30
can't
minutes
see
of that
anything.
coming up,
If they don't go
but,
full
let's see if
screen,
we
this
can
is
see
the worst
from
This is
bird's eye view
mental.
what's
fucking
going
thing
on
I've
up there.
ever seen.
Yeah, so Sano
Are they
is
promoting
looking
the
into
band
this
or
military
brand
camp,
is that?
and tagging a few enemies here.
Bethesda did really bad
After the
last
show,
night,
we
guys.
will
Ubisoft
infiltrate
says,
this
hold my
camp
beer.
and take it out.
Show the fucking
combat or rage weapon.
All right, if you guys want to see more of this, be sure to tune in right after the conference. Chris and I and Carly will be right here. Ed will be joining us as well. You won't want to miss it.
What
That
is
30
this?
minutes live gameplay feed is coming up after the show, but for now, it's back to the stage.
That's it?
And on with the excitement.
What?
That's it for now.
Thank you. Thank you. So, don't forget that you can watch this demo in its entirety after the conference live stream from our home base. And for those of you here at E3, please come to the Ubisoft booth.
There's a monitor
where
outside. You
can
can watch
this new
the show.
experience of Assassin's Creed.
What
Thank you
is
very
that?
much.
I can't believe someone did that. Who signed off on that?
Can we agree what a presentation of E3?
What worst presentation ever? I still can't believe it. It's like a joke.
Save me, South Park. Save me.
All I got from that is that the game looks really dark. Like,
It looks very glossy.
what is this? Oh, this is probably the crew. That's a plane,
Can't you
though.
play upside down? Vision?
It looks really good. Holy shit.
Okay, true.
Here's your chance.
This game, that's badass. It didn't say in game footage, did it?
Hey, big note. We actually have licensed vehicles in this.
Oh yeah, that's got a Ferrari label, right?
Yeah, it's a Ferrari. We got Porsche, Chevy. That's actually pretty big.
Why is Inception happening?
Why?
Where's Leo?
Strange or some shit.
Is that meant to represent like two players' worlds connecting or something?
Get our new hotshot driver with a promising career dominate off-road racing on his way to the top.
It's about familia, Dom. It's the most important thing.
Forza doesn't have motorcycles, does it?
How slow are they going that horses are like keeping pace with? What the fuck? Oh my god.
They had that same style of stuff, I think, in the first one.
Really?
But are they bringing planes to the crew?
I guess, yeah.
That's incredibly dangerous.
Yeah.
You killed someone. You literally killed someone.
Way to go, idiot guy in a plane. You just killed someone.
No matter what the engine, no matter what the track.
You Aston Martin. Oh, street racing!
Crew won it.
So far, this is all just like cutscene nonsense.
Yeah,
we haven't seen any of the game
Out
yet.
of nowhere to rise to the top.
Except that they're expanding to planes and boats and
You
helicopters.
gotta just do it all.
And monster trucks.
Are we sure this is the crew?
I don't know what else you could call
I
this.
don't know. Yeah, what else would it be?
Formula One?
Unless it's, what was that, Slope or... What
Oh,
was
it
there?
is.
There you go. Jericho, you're into racing games, right? How did this look to you?
They didn't show any gameplay.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
But hold on, we're gonna go see a monitor in the
Thank
sun
you.
and check out some gameplay, guys.
Thank you, thank you.
Hold on, someone's drawn
2
some
years
of it on a
back,
napkin. We're gonna go see.
The crew took the driving genre out there to the big, wide, open world of the USA. Thanks to our players, we have taken this iconic vision to the next level. They showed us what they liked and what they wanted to see in the futures. Now, it's time to take it way beyond driving. I am Stéphane Bellet, Creative Director. This is The Crew 2.
This guy makes...
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Here in the US, motorsports are louder, bigger, edgier than anywhere else in the world. Drivers and fans meet across the country. and celebrate. A common passion for all things motorized. Now's your chance to join in.
He's like a cutscene
Ladies
in
and
an
gentlemen,
Assassin's Creed game that's going too slow at like 27 FPS.
Sounds like Sunday Mass or something.
Of
like.
Modern Nation.
All right, gameplay. Real big screen, please.
There we go. In-game footage.
Lord. I don't like the foliage is not moving when they're driving through the car.
This is Lord,
or the
right?
car.
I like the
Yeah,
music.
we've had that since Crisis 1.
What is this weird letterboxing?
I don't know, 16 by 10 cinematic.
People do white letterboxing.
Why is it letterbox like this? Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go.
In the heart of the city, street
Is that a loading
racers
screen?
prove
Yeah.
their skills, skidding on rooftops, burning
Buildings
asphalt,
around don't look so
and
good.
tuning their ride.
That does look really pretty. Is that the Porsche that they showed at Microsoft?
No, it's not the G. Oh, it is a GT2 RS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're kind of doing the Ubisoft thing where they're showing gameplay but
Forge
not.
your own
Yeah.
path
Hold on.
off-road through the striking beauty
That looks really good.
of nature.
It still bothers me they're driving through bushes and the bushes don't move. They just phase through the car.
Oh, shit, you're right. They're like going right through it. Like,
Yeah.
not moving at all.
That's good.
Take
actual racer
unpredictable
quest or
waves
something? Like-
on the open ocean, rapid waters, or narrow rivers.
The thing that's tough to convey with racing games is that they all feel different. Like Forza feels better
Yeah.
or different than other games, and it's a lot about like the physics of how you actually drive, and it's hard to get that across.
I'm
That
surprised.
spray looks amazing.
I'm surprised there's not like music to this.
Yeah.
For cars, I'd understand hearing like the sounds, but like
I hear birds chirping. I heard that.
Fearless pilots rule the skies, spin between buildings, through the clouds.
I don't know. This is
among
supposed to be like an MMO
stunning-
style game, isn't it?
Stunning perspectives.
It's like a multiplayer open world type thing. I think if it's anything like the
good
first group.
God, they just showed the downtown streets with like 4 cars on the entire road.
Yeah, the flying stuff looks kind of rough.
I don't know, that looks pretty. You ever seen San Francisco that empty?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like when they were flying, it looked kind of rough.
Oh, that's worse. It's New York.
They're going for like the Forza Horizon. What are these white bars? Okay, they're just
Yeah.
closing it.
I mean, look, they're definitely trying to go for the Horizon. Like the last, wait, Kickstart? Oh, sorry.
That's a weird way to start that. That's a weird way to say that. Don't say Kickstart.
I was like, oh no!
All across the country, high-octane contests await you. Take the lead on Modern Nation. You've had a glimpse of the Crew 2. Register now for beta access or play the Gmo at the booth.
What? Oh,
What?
Experience TC2.
Play with
for
Gmu
yourself.
at the booth. What?
This is so
Enjoy
rough
the
right
ride.
now, man.
Thank you.
Oh my God!
Wow.
That guy was very French, but I don't know who Gmu is. I'm not gonna go talk to him at the booth.
I'm not playing with him, man.
I'm not gonna be Gmu's friend, whoever that is.
We ain't that close.
Yes,
South Park.
you're probably right. Yep.
Yes!
We all started
started as one team. We all wanted to be superheroes for the same reason.
Here we go.
You're a
Give me a
trader,
release date,
and now you're
please.
with a group of super traders. This was started by you. We aren't the ones who
Oh, he
walked
said
out of the
demo?
fucking franchise, Mysterion.
Well, I'm still not playing with G-Move.
Why would the Freedom Pals help us? We send a spy, someone in our group who pretends to want to switch sides and join Freedom Pals. Somebody who they don't know very well.
Is he meant to be Wolverine?
All this fair and love and war, Freedom Pussies. You fucking animal.
You've got problems, new kid. Whatever you
that guy's
did last
Flash
night
as well.
got a lot of people's attention. Bad people. If you need information, just know you can rely on Call Girl.
Who the fuck is
Oh
that?
my god.
So I guess now any fucking
That is
asshole
so
thinks they can be a
wrong.
superhero. We're gonna rip you apart. Dude, Mysterion is pissed at you, new kid.
This looks so good. It does.
Hello, Toolshed.
Toolshed is a Gadgeteer class visionary archetype.
And a butt-fucking traitor.
That was Aquaman.
Eric, you must listen to me. Get out of my head.
Who's the one
Timmy.
with the like the
Your
tub on his head?
franchise is going nowhere. Face the truth. You guys
Oh my
are
god, he's
kind of
Xavier.
douchebags. He just called us douchebags in my mind.
He did?
Southpaw, the fractured
Yes.
but home.
Oh my god.
Release date?
17th.
October 17th.
October 17th.
Wait, what else is getting released then? There was another thing that just announced that date, right?
Yeah, you're right. I don't know what that was.
Oh yeah, wait, Timmy can talk now. Telepathically.
Oh, here's the end of the world
Division.
video game from Ubisoft, the annual end of the world conference.
No, this one's tech rebuilding.
Oh, is this Watch Dogs?
Might be, yeah.
There was this sort of synergy
What the fuck?
Well, we're looking to do something interesting in VR. We've got this division.
Oh, here we
and
go.
you're
I've
looking
got Elijah
to
Wood
sort of
here.
bring,
It's VR shit.
what sense you have of storytelling within, and put that into the context of VR.
You can, for the first time as a player, feel like you are in a movie.
Do we have any idea
That's
what
a
this
really
is?
good word
Nope.
for it. We want you to take off the gear and still feel unsettled.
Oh, great.
He said movie.
This is gonna be a solid fuck this.
Whilst working with Ubisoft, we stumbled across some fascinating research that had begun in the late 90s. Essentially, neuroscientists had figured out a way to upload brain data, trauma, emotions, memories, to the digital space. Now, we've gone and taken the next logical step, and with Ubisoft, we've recreated in virtual reality one such test subject. So we'd like you to come and join us and experience the Walter test case for yourself.
Not as another character, but
Someone should screenshot that TV, not the Assassin's Creed thing out.
What you're experiencing is a recorded consciousness. It's not unlike watching a movie, so no matter how real it may seem, it can't hurt you. You are completely safe. You are completely safe.
Oh, fuck that, man. But I'm gonna definitely play it because it looks
Oh,
insane.
hell yeah.
That looks pretty
I wanna
cool.
know what that is.
That's yeah. Dude, if they do that well, that's gonna be awesome.
That looks pretty cool.
Completely agree. That was badass.
This looks pretty.
Splash.
Safe though.
Splashing up back to
Echo
the
the
wall.
dolphin.
Let's just bring a live dolphin out on stage.
I'm happy to share a new surprise with you.
Hey, no
Hey,
IP.
the happy guy's back.
Building on the legacy of one of our most popular worlds, the super talented teams of Ubisoft Singapore came up with something really, really unique. So I want you to see that and enjoy. Thank you.
They've got these fucking letterboxes
Men
again.
from all over the world sail the treacherous trade routes of the Indian Ocean.
Wait, is this just the
riches
Assassin's
in their
Creed
holds fuel their dreams
stuff?
of power
No,
and
this
fortune,
is something different.
while whetting the appetites of those they fear most. Pirates.
Pirate Universe from one of their previous games.
Suck at Sea of Thieves.
Some kind of crazy monkey island.
What the hell?
Wow.
Assassin's Creed Black Flag 2.
Yeah, that's what this
Hey,
looks
I'd freak
like.
out.
That's what this is. It's the ship combat.
Dude, that is beautiful.
That looks good.
I mean, it's CG.
It's a trailer. Yeah.
Yup.
Creepy multiplayer.
Yeah, right.
I know this is cutscene, but they did a good job with the cutscene.
Ubisoft's pretty good at cutscenes.
Yeah, they should make
Yeah,
movies
they
from
are.
their cutscenes.
Black Pearl.
It'd be pretty dope though if this is like multiplayer naval combat.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
Black
It
Wave
doesn't
with a
suck.
proper budget.
Yeah.
Yeah. This music.
We got a little crazy.
What?
That's a lot of ships.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Well, they just spun it off to a new IP. Yeah, that makes sense.
Awesome. Okay.
Okay, cool. Done.
Makes perfect sense.
I'd love to see some gameplay from that.
On a monitor outside.
We've got a monitor out in the sun for you to stare at, Co.
That's a cool movie.
120 days. That's how long the average pirate survived a lawless life on the seas during the golden age of piracy. I'm Justin Farron, the creative
I'm
director
pretty sure that was
for
like a
Skull
couple
and
years
Bones.
back, Justin.
And this is your chance to not just survive, but to climb the food chain and surpass the legend of every pirate who ever sailed the high seas.
Look at me.
Since bringing innovative naval combat to Assassin's Creed, we at Ubisoft Singapore have set out to bring you the ultimate pirate experience. A tactical action game where we take that naval combat to the next level, mastering the ocean and its winds at the helm of ships armed to the teeth. Skull and Bones takes place in a shared systemic world where you can sail solo or form a gang of pirates with your friends.
You
And
just build this
together,
boat?
terrorize the trade routes of the Indian Ocean. Season after season,
think it just
you'll
confirmed
collaborate
multiplayer.
and compete with other bloodthirsty players.
Oh yeah, it's multiplayer.
Even
Yeah.
execute ruthless betrayals. In
Dude,
order to
is this
become
the Sea of
the
Thieves
ultimate
competitor?
pirate
Maybe.
kingpin.
Because they are
Now
in
I'm proud to
trouble.
share with you the Loot Hunt, one of Skull and Bones' 5 versus 5 team-based PvP modes.
Holy shit. Okay.
Right on, right? We've just received intel
Okay, now I'm
that
ready.
merchant convoys
Macro just
rich
got a
with
boner.
treasure
Yeah,
are
I
sailing
have 2
just
boners.
off the coast of Madagascar.
I am boner.
But beware, there are other pirates also looking to plunder the PvP disputed waters of the Indian Ocean.
Show me.
Oh, I'm seeing some gameplay on Twitter right now for
Free
this. This
alpha.
looks fucking dope.
Show me.
The Priscilla Shallows of Madagascar. Located on the cusp of a bustling trade route, it is the perfect place for an ambush. Here is our gang of pirates, the Raiders.
It's gonna be interesting to see how they make this into a
the gang
MOBA.
of rival players, the Cutthroats. Victory goes to
That'd
the
be
team
hilarious.
with the most loot
You
at
can
the
choose
end
one
of
of
the
3
hunt.
lanes.
I mean,
If
there's
this
5
game was
ships,
like a
dude.
long-term upgrade your ship slowly over time thing, like this could be.
Oh my
This is
god.
basically like World of
Look how
Warcraft.
good that
for
looks.
many-
Yeah.
Knowing how
the
to
beginning, they
sail
showed
with
them
the
putting
wind
the ship
is a
together,
pirate's
you know?
most precious skill.
How many people are on that boat?
To increase your speed or to
Yeah,
position
VAI.
yourself for tactical advantage in
JP,
battle.
man the sails.
To reap the most
No, I
rewards,
think each person
it
runs
is
a
best to split
boat.
up.
Yeah, it looks like
Some
each
going
person
inland,
runs a boat.
Others keep
Yeah,
into the
it's
open
5v5.
sea. Each warship has unique strengths.
Oh my God, it's a
The
fucking
frigate's hull
MOBA.
is
We've got some
reinforced,
shanties.
its arsenal equipped with numerous culverin cannons. The brigantine is devastating up close, with a battering ram designed to break any resistance. The sloop of war kills from afar, with its crippling long-ranged mortars and precise long 9 cannons.
This looks awesome.
This looks really fun.
All sails, ride the wind. All hands on deck.
They have the currents on the mini-map there.
Position fixed. Open fire.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Or the wind.
Damn.
Shows the hit markers.
This is sick. What?
Please don't be console.
Oh my God! He just rammed that motherfucker.
Don't let bloodlust
Yo, this is
cloud your
AC Black
purpose.
Flag combat.
You're
Yeah,
here for the
exactly.
loot, and so are your rivals.
Store the goods, then back to your
Oh my God, I'm gonna buy rum and get
The
so
team that
drunk
escapes
playing
with
this.
the most loot claims victory.
I think this pilot needs like sunscreen. Look at that.
Yeah, that looks really gross.
That's pretty rough, dude.
Searching for more targets on the horizon, our sloop of war spots a rival pirate ship further inland.
Yeah. So you control your boat with the all the different quote-unquote attacks.
With its heavily reinforced hull, our frigate swoops in to save the day, bearing the brunt of the damage.
That's pretty cool.
Body blocking.
I'm good.
I like the different views that you can do on the ships. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Another day, another victim.
I've said so many times that I would just play the ship combat part
Our
of Black
gang
Flag.
of
This is
pirates
it.
is now
Yeah.
taking
This is
aim
amazing.
at the frigate, and it will
This
take
is actually
team
rad.
coordination to take her down.
Dude, that ram is sick.
Wait, God.
It was like that in what's it? Dreadnought.
They're killing.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah,
Take
yeah.
their ship.
With the enemy ship's broadside now vulnerable, our frigate rushes in to board her.
Oh! What? Please let me.
I'm done.
That looks like it's automated.
Black and
Yeah.
silver.
It would happen. That's how you win. You number one dealership.
I like the mini map. That's really cool looking.
Yeah, they
With
did.
the currents.
Or wind.
Oh my God.
So cool.
It's gonna get wrecked.
Those are some giant
Pirate
fucking
hunters
ships.
have been sent in, signaling the
It's
end
on
of the hunt.
54,000 health.
They target the pirates with the most stolen loot.
Time to make our escape, Captain, or we are good for the news.
So those look like AI ships?
They're firing mortars.
Full tilt, Silbo. Full
I don't know.
The
He just said
pirate
they
hunter
target the-
defenses are so strong that
Or
the
maybe he
only
means like
option
it's
is
like the
escape.
final wave from the enemy team and they have
The
to kill your
brigantine is
rich
sacrificing
guys.
herself to buy
it's kinda
time
like
for the
Timefall,
frigate
maybe.
who carries the most loot.
Where you have to escape.
Those are AI, but they definitely said
The
5v5.
frigate now needs to make its escape through the reefs.
Captain,
That's in like 5 different.
Successful pirates know when to run, with their hulls full and the wind at their backs.
Like 5 different kinds of pirates, or like you and 4 friends man each ship.
I think it's probably 4 other people. Man each
Yeah.
ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 ships versus 5
Consider
ships.
there's like a
and then
bunch of different ships there. Like
That looks
Yeah.
great.
Dude, it looks like the
Well,
ships are broken up into classes and roles. So your
Yeah,
ship
that's what they've
is
said.
your team role. Yeah.
I mean,
But then if they
look,
go really deep with that, that's gonna
yeah.
Thank you all
pretty
very
cool.
much.
That was really
I'd
good.
like to invite you to play the loot hunt at the Ubisoft booth at E3. And please register for our live phases
Yep.
online.
All right, I will.
Oh, and
Ahoy.
one thing I forgot to mention. The world of Skull and Bones is one that evolves. When you act, it reacts.
Oh, he's gonna walk off.
What does that mean?
Oh no.
Kiss the girls, my lips with Pro Moldy. Way ho away, we'll haul away.
Oh, Kraken.
Oh!
Oh, God!
Isn't that the guy from The Crew too?
Oh, shit.
What the fuck? Oh, shit.
Oh, my God. That's cool.
I'm getting Black Kraken, boys. We're going in.
Dude, that just triggered so many people that have the fucking fear of the ocean.
That was so good.
Yeah, their webpage is already broken.
Yeah. That looks cool, man. I'm super into that.
What trade like for honor? Wait and see.
What is it? Oh, is this Just Dance? It's happening. Here comes the dance montage.
No.
Where's Usher?
It's happening.
Drake.
Oh, I'm Jericho busting moves. Is that Sub-Zero and Scorpion and Rain? Like, what the fuck? It's the Jabberwonkies.
Maybe this is like a Mortal Kombat expansion.
This is the equivalent of EA Sports games. Ubisoft has dance games. I love hand dancing. What?
Oh.
Is this fucking Hunipop or Honey Pop or whatever? I'm in. Let's go, boys!
Let's get a full screen of Jericho's camping.
Found it.
What? Is that like a... Did they find that at like...
It's a trash panda.
Did they find that panda suit at Goodwill? Like, what the fuck? Oh my god, I buffered so hard. Panda's like, please, please, they won't let me stop dancing.
Is this a famous person?
No.
Oh.
Isn't that one of the Jenner girls?
What?
Ooh. Ooh. Hit it.
Hey, Aisha, we don't need to because the show's good enough.
Oh, it's Baby Rexa. Duh.
You know it's Bandit.
Why was her song like completely blurred out? What the fuck? Usher wasn't available this year, so we got Baby Rexa or something.
Pretty good laugh. I don't care who you are. That was pretty good.
Hey everyone, I'm BB Rexa, and
Oh,
Just
it's
Dance
BB,
2018 is out this October
Baby.
on all consoles.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye now.
What? Honestly, that was fine. I have no problem.
Look,
with that.
Just Dance is always there. They kept it brief. They brought out a trash panda.
You
and
use it as
great.
a telephone. You use it as a camera.
What?
It's
All
your
check
music
boxes
player,
checked.
your flashlight,
What the fuck?
calculator, and GPS navigation device. But now, finally, the most
That's,
high-tech
the-
company in the world has
That sounds like
unlocked the
South
mobile
Park
phone's
voice.
true
It's the
potential
South Park
so
guy.
that it
Yeah,
can do
Trey
what it was truly meant to do.
We are playing
Well, that makes sense.
Cowboys and Indians.
Oh, it's a mobile
Okay,
game.
I'm already at the iOS store. Hold on.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's
new
probably
kid,
just.
we need you to come play with us. Put on some cowboy shit and meet us outside. And bring your phone.
Oh, it's a gun. Oh, it's a card game.
Dickhole. Inuits are technically Native Americans.
They must have seen how much money Star Wars Galaxies is worth, whatever it's called, is making.
My phone. Wait for it to say it's available now. Hold on.
You're gonna drop 1K on cards on that, though. It's one of those kind of games.
Hot magic.
Rip these guys a new asshole, new kid.
Phone destroyer!
All right. Yes.
Okay.
We're going to space. I told you there was space shit in the beginning.
Oh, I'm excited already.
What does Toronto make?
No Man's Land. Oh, never.
I don't know.
Maple syrup.
Nope.
Cock magic.
Whoa!
Atlas, jewel of the Pleiades.
This looks like the kind of game that has ambiguous multiplayer.
Nova took us to the stars.
Oh, God,
Each new world more incredible than the last. We had no idea what was waiting for us. The Legion. It consumes everything in its path. They've never used Starlink before. Go show them what it can do.
What the fuck are you doing?
Wait a minute, you don't fucked up.
Bionicle!
Someone just fucked up.
Let's do this. Come on.
I got it.
Chase, how's it going?
Is this their
Breaking atmosphere.
What the fuck?
Let's even the odds.
Oh my god, no!
That's gonna be so much
We need
money.
to buy time for me to jumpstart the engine.
They are resisting ice barrage. Linking fire loadout.
Because when you can't sell games, you gotta sell toys that work in game.
We're up against impossible odds, but together we will adapt.
Fucking in my side
And
gunfighter.
Starlink, Battle for Atlas.
Individual components starting at $5. Full pack for only $120.
I mean, that's gonna make them a lot of money for sure. But that's the weirdest thing I've ever seen on a controller.
Hardware DLC.
Hi, I'm Matt Rose, producer at Ubisoft Toronto. Like many of you, I grew up in the 80s, obsessed with sci-fi, animation, comics, and of course, all the really cool toys. At Ubisoft Toronto,
Chad, that was
we built a team with a dream of bringing those amazing childhood memories
We all
to
have the
life
same amount of
for a new
information right
generation. Starlink Battle for Atlas allows you to take control of a team of star pilots in a massive, open, living star system, fighting to save Atlas from the Forgotten Legion. Build your custom starship, and then adapt to new challenges on the fly. Link extra armor and heavy weapons to take on a huge Legion Prime. Search for ancient secrets lost on the worlds of Atlas, or outrun outlaws through an asteroid field. Freedom is at the core of Starlink Battle for Atlas. Collect your way with both physical Starship collectibles and digital versions available, and even take your game on the go using the power of Nintendo Switch. Visit starlinkgame.com for more information, and stay tuned for many more surprises over the coming months. Thank you.
Holy shit.
I've never been so hyped and then just had that hype smashed to pieces.
That's probably going to make them a lot of money, though. Also, Tally, that's the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Kutaz.
No one really cares about Steep, but you can go buy and pre-order the Assassin's Creed Origins
Director at Ubisoft
Legendary Edition for $800 right now if you want.
After our announcement at E3 last year. And we have had since then a full year of support and continuous development of Steep. Since the very beginning of this project, we have been working with athletes, and we have always been impressed by their passion and dedication. We learned how one champion spent 300 days a year on a trampoline to practice for that perfect landing. We learned how others make more than 6 million turns to practice for the 15 they have to race in competition. These athletes, they travel to the world to train with the best, to compete with the strongest, and to challenge themselves with the most experienced and skilled coaches. It's truly a level of passion and dedication that goes well beyond our everyday lives. And when you talk to the very best of these men and women, you realize that there is something they always have in back of their minds at all times. It's a dream that takes years of preparation for just one go at that unforgettable moment. This December, with our first steep expansion, this is the journey you will take. Enjoy.
Is this like an expansion? Is that what's happening?
SSX tricky.
Yeah, if they just said, hey guys, we just made SSX tricky, I'm in. I'm down.
Yeah, that would be
cool. Borders. We're back. 1080. Let's go. Are they partnering with the Olympics?
Yeah, this is kind of cool. Okay, he's dead. Kind of weird. They're using a League of Legends song.
Yeah.
Seven people in northern Canada screamed in excitement.
I didn't like Steep at all. I was not a fan of that game. Oh, new IP.
Child of Light.
Oh, Far Cry.
Nice. Okay, that was informative.
Yeah, we like guns. Go America.
Isn't the line "I once was lost, but now am found"?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Hi, my name is Dan Hay, and I'm the executive producer of Far Cry the brand, as well as the creative director of Far Cry 5. I'd like to introduce you to Hope County, Montana. Vast, beautiful, rugged. A place where people don't even lock their front door anymore. But that's how it used to be. Today, Hope County's been overrun by a fanatical cult. You find yourself trapped deep in cult territory, cut off from the rest of the world. They've closed the roads.
This guy that always scares
There's no cell
you
phone
at
signal, no
Ubisoft
911. People are fucking scared. I had to say it.
What'd you say?
People are fucking scared.
And just up ahead, the small town of Falls End has been completely overrun. If you're gonna survive, you and your guns for hire are gonna need to save it. But to do that, well, you're gonna need to raise some hell.
Actual gameplay. All right.
See, you can kill that dog and get a skin.
Yep, you're right.
Unless that's your dog. Then again, you could probably still get a skin.
That was pretty high fidelity.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting strong Far Cry dog vibes.
Why? You mean Fallout?
What'd I say? Far Cry? Yeah.
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 That's pretty standard.
town looks like a war zone.
Is that?
Whoa.
Michonne's voice from Walking Dead?
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Water tower, got it.
That's new, I think.
They've had that in several other games. Most notably the Ghost Recon's Wildlands.
It's fucking gory.
I'm in position.
You will be cleansed. You will confess your sins, and you will atone. For only then will you walk in the light of our Father and be delivered.
Boom, boom, motherfuckers.
Boom, 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 boom.
He missed every shot.
Boom, 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 boom.
Behind you.
Bang, bang,
This is in Metal Gear Solid 5, right? Quiet.
Need more
Sniper, you do the
help.
same thing
I love the
with
way you walk, and I love the way you talk. When you walk
Same with that, the other
walk,
dog that attacks people.
Yeah.
and talk that talk.
Oh.
He brought his dog back. That's a good dog.
Out off my feet.
What the fuck?
Boom, 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 boom. Bang,
Even his calling strikes. He's like,
boom, boom.
Wildlands.
Oh, it might be fun if the entire story's playable that way. Oh my god.
I'm about it. Alright, I mean, you know.
5 minutes, what happened?
Looks like a Far Cry.
Yeah, it looks like a Far Cry game, but really brutal. Oh, that's all they're showing. Here's a new game or something.
Ooh.
Well, this looks like a...
You
Sold
have
on
my
the setting.
attention.
Is this Shadowrun?
Your master. I don't deal with domesticated.
Hey, the fuck?
Nope,
I
never
ain't got
mind.
no master, but I do have your little toy.
Show me the idol. Show
Wait, is this-
me the Redeemer.
Beyond Good and Evil?
Here you go, mate.
Hey, G.
Yo, hand it over. I got a hot date who don't do late.
Monkey's got a date.
Oops.
Mwah.
What? What?
What? This was fucking chocolate, pig. Bon appetito.
Is this like Winston's adopted child or something from Overwatch?
Every fucking cop in this fucking city after that fucking bastard!
Grab my chassis, Noxie!
This has to be Beyond Good and Evil 2. Or 3 or whatever.
Easy, bro. Bang, bang, motherfuckers! Fuck me.
Damn! Do it!
large payload.
That seems kind of dramatic to blow up the entire thing.
I'm so about it though.
I don't even know what it is yet. It's just it's like a movie.
Damn good.
Yeah, is this a new IP?
I think this is Beyond Good and Evil 2.
I can tell you right now, Beyond Good and Evil would not drop 13 F-bombs in the first 2 minutes. That does not seem Beyond Good and Evil at all.
Yeah,
There's so. Are they underwater now?
No, I think it's just really
It's just like a desert.
Uncharted, gangsta's territory.
This might actually be bloody time. Let's see what we've got.
Whoa.
Moksha. Just as Yama described it.
Like treasure hunters, right?
True freedom lies beyond.
That's cool. It's like a Japanese dragon. Careful you don't get hit by one tiny missile, guys.
Whoa.
It is Beyond Good and Evil.
2. Oh, that's 2.
Wow.
That looks really good.
Dead wrong.
I want a camera on DJ Wheat like right now. He's got to be fucking losing his shit.
That looks really well done.
That is the first was awesome. I don't remember being a dope beat. That's really good.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
What the fuck?
Oh, you've been Teddy there.
Oh, it's fucking Michael and oh shit, they brought him out.
Thank you. First of all, I want to say a big thank you to all the teams who worked very hard on creating all this world. Again, thank you to all these teams behind us. I want also to say thank you to Yves with all my heart.
Yeah, he's so about. I love it when people are that involved with this shit.
I mean, he's been trying to make this game for
Thanks,
years.
Yves, for making this
been a
happen.
long
This
time.
is just amazing. And also a special thanks to the fans of Beyond Good and Evil for sticking with us for so long.
It's about bloody time.
2003, yeah.
15 years. Almost.
So welcome to System 3. Our story takes place before the birth of Jade, in a multi-ethnic, multicultural human society in a distant solar system. It is a time when corporations create hybrids in their labs and enslave them to colonize the stars in order to compete for power and cosmic resources. With our crew of crazy and unforgettable characters, we fight in the name of freedom and the right to determine our own fate among the stars. And we will helm massive star-faring vessels through territories as spectacular as they are dangerous.
We've been working very hard just on the technology during 3 years. And today, we have a seamless online playground where we can travel across space at the speed of light. We can explore mysterious cities and discover unknown lands by ourselves or with friends. And we want you to participate in the making of this great adventure. Join our Space Monkey program. Today, and help us make Beyond Good and Evil a world that will challenge us and bring us together for thousand adventure, thrills, and fun. And please, Yves, just join us. This is.
Give us a link then, dog.
Thank you.
All right, someone recorded DJ Wheat's reaction. We're going to watch it after the conference.
Gabriel and Michel, you've done a fantastic job. It's amazing what you have been able to achieve. And you and I, and all the teams, have the power of creating games that will amaze all the gamers. And I think video games can help us to grow and to get better. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
But now, I would like to thank everyone here in the room and those who are watching us from home. Thank you for listening today.
I think so, yeah.
And thank you for playing our games. So to all the teams at Ubisoft, thank you for your incredible imagination and enthusiasm. All of us here, we wish you all a lot of fun playing games this year. So thank you very much and have a great E3.
Pretty good presser.
That was great. I thought that was a fucking fantastic press conference.
Yeah, I thought they did a great job.
I thought it was fucking great to see the, I guess you could say, passion of all the fucking devs, especially the two that actually legitimately cried throughout the conference. That was really cool to see.
Okay, wait, look, most
all right, they're going to do their filler stuff. I want to watch DJ Wheat react to this thing. So.
Oh, wait, I want to see this.
All right, Zeke just uploaded it right now.
Yeah, so for those that don't know, he just sent a special message specifically for me. Great. All right, we'll watch that after. Here's the live reaction of him. Oh, God.
Oh, God, the cuts between
Hold on. We got shut up, Twitch stream.
Amazing.
All right, go over here. Let's start it over.
Fuck you, and fuck you, and fuck you, and Beyond Good and Evil 2, fuck yeah!
All right, that's pretty good. He's pretty excited. Now we gotta watch the one that he said to me for some reason. I don't know why he made a special one. Then we'll talk about the actual conference. Oh, it's 30 seconds long. All right. You guys want me to? You want to hear it as well?
Yeah.
All right. Here we go.
Personally respond to every motherfucker that you got to tweet me during Drop Frames, tell me that Beyond Good and Evil 2 wasn't going to be there. So, bro, I'm going to expect by Friday, the time I get home from E3 after doing all this amazing coverage on /Twitch, that you go ahead and fucking respond to each and every one of those motherfuckers. My phone was blowing up. Twitter's was like, you want to, like, filter notifications? I was like, nah. Because you know what? I'm fucking right! Yeah!
He's pretty hyped. He's pretty hyped.
That may be the most energetic I've ever seen him.
Yeah, and that's saying something, yeah. For those who don't know, during our pre-show, we had the 12,000 plus audience that we had tweet at DJ Wheat that Beyond Good and Evil wasn't going to be there. And then it showed up. So apparently all you need to do is just get a bunch of people to tweet at someone for something they believe in and say it's not going to happen. And then it'll happen. It'll be great.
Dude, and this one looks crazy cool. Like the first Beyond Good and Evil was a great game, but this looks like a much more gritty and real and darker version. Like this is cool. This is awesome.
Hey, on the stream they're playing Assassin's Creed now.
Yeah, we'll pull that up real quick. I don't know why they didn't. That
was terrible.
They didn't care about this at the conference. It felt like at all. I was very surprised to see that. All we got was a cinematic trailer of the game, of in-game engine, and then that's all they showed.
Do you think that maybe, and now I know that this is a shot in the dark, but maybe, just maybe, they know that Assassin's Creed is not like gonna be a big hit, and because they spent less time on Assassin's Creed than they did on Skull and Bone. Or all of this stuff. So I mean, maybe they're like, all right, fuck it, guys. You know, we get it. It's not that. Even Far Cry was spent. We spent less time on Far Cry than we did in some of those games.
On that same note, though, those are also two of the most well-known IPs.
That's very true.
It's like, and these are like the far, later installments. I gotta say, I am really happy they spent as much time on Skull and Bones as they did. They not only showed us awesome cinematics, they showed us gameplay, they broke down what was happening, they showed us an entire round and how it plays out. That may have been the highlight of the show for me, to be honest.
Yeah, it looks great. Let's go through the conference as they showed it before we jump around. They started off with something that I think a lot of people, when they announced it like a week or two ago, is like, what the fuck? And now I think people are all about it when it comes to Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
Yeah.
That game has no right to be a game, but it looks
it really just
good.
Came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it looks really, really good. I cannot wait to play that later this year. I think that looks absolutely Fucking awesome.
It's for the Switch, right? So it looks like one of those games that I'm like, that's why I would get a Switch to play something like that on an airplane. Like that's the kind of game that I'm feeling right now, and it looks really wow, good for them.
The combat part, I think, would be rad as a multiplayer PvP game. Like if you could just jump into a round and just pick a bunch of zany characters and just choose a map and then boom. I reckon that would go down really well on Twitch.
Yeah, it looks really good. I want to see more of that. Hopefully we'll see them do some gameplay demos over the course of the week. It's kind of crazy that E3 still doesn't actually officially begin till tomorrow, believe it or not, even though we've been doing fucking press conferences for 3 days now. But yeah, that looks great. That looks like a fantastic and unique game.
Someone just brought up the good point in chat. No Division, no Wildlands, no For Honor.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's 3 big IPs as well, right?
Yeah.
Tom Clancy, they shoveled a lot of money into For Honor. And Division, obviously, enormous. That's kind of crazy. Like nothing.
Nothing.
Also, wild to think that there's not even a single Wildlands planned announced yet. Like no DLC, no expansions, no anything.
Just I bet you'll see them say some stuff throughout the week about those IPs. They wouldn't just leave them out to dry, but they'll probably mention it somewhere.
I would rather them keep it concise like they did and only do major installments, updates, or IP announcements than do the whole, like, here's 15 minutes of games that if you're not already playing, you don't give a fuck about, right? Like what Bethesda did. I'm happy that they cut the fat. You don't need to add DLC into your presser, really.
Yeah. So we went from that.
Also, no Siege was a good point.
Yeah, also no Siege.
No Siege.
Yeah. Well, they've kind of already said what their plan is for that. I mean, they're going to continue the
very true.
Continue
they have
the
a
path.
roadmap for Siege.
Yeah. So we went from that then to Assassin's Creed, where we saw probably the dumbest thing I've ever seen in a conference, where they cut to an outside recording and showed a monitor without ever going into the feed, probably because they had no feed except that camera up there. Just don't ever.
I've never seen anything like that.
No one do that.
That was like
ever
the worst
again.
presentation of any E3 game I've ever seen.
You know what's kind of funny? When they went back to that same group to show the Assassin's Creed footage, and as soon as they went behind the monitor, it snapped over to like full screen gameplay. So I'm guess that had to be some.
It had to be a production problem.
Oh, hold on, right here. They're showing
they're looking at
the like tech tree thing. That looks massive.
Whoa!
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty rad.
Looks like it's
Master
got 3
Seer,
different tiers.
Master Hunter, Master Beta, Master Warrior.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly, Sacriel. Exactly.
Yes. Collector's edition worth.
Yeah, that's. I guess that statue is part of the $800 USD collector's edition. Apparently, it's 1,000 CAD.
Literally.
Yeah.
I just pre-ordered it.
Did you really?
Yeah, I did.
Were they sold? How many of them did they say are available?
They said 200 were made, so I was like, fuck it. I collect collector's editions, so.
I mean, how much is that? Let's see. What is that?
I have like a game room just full.
That's $160,000 in collector's edition. For making 200 of them, they'll probably sell every single one of those, and that's an easy $160K without a doubt.
That's a team bonus right there. That's just, there you go.
That's someone's salary or 2 people's salary for sure. I kind of want to watch this, but I don't. They're probably going to show some. Okay, here's a little bit more of the gear. We've got the different tier stuff with epic and legendary and all that stuff.
Ah, that's cool. So that bow has an ability where you can put 5 arrows on it and fire them like a shotgun.
Yeah. So it looks like, okay. Different weapons do different things in terms of special abilities and stuff like that. They're kind of RPGing it a little bit. There was actually stats down at the bottom as well. HP and damage and all that crap.
JP, are you not getting like the strongest Horizon Zero Dawn vibe from that screen right there?
You know, you're right. I didn't even think of that.
Almost
I didn't even
identical feeling. Although I'm probably biased because I haven't touched Horizon since I completed it, but like that, like I'm looking at this going, okay, seen this one identically.
You're not wrong. I did not even think of that. They even have a mount though, like a legendary mount. I guess that one's faster than all the other ones.
It's actually gold plated.
Yeah. It's a gold plated mount. Yeah, exactly. So that's Assassin's Creed. If you want to watch it, we'll leave this up for now because the Crew 2.
That's the biggest meh of the day.
I think that really is their like it just didn't do anything for me.
what's the game exist for? Because racing games and people who like cars and racing games, we have very specific reasons to like things. Like if you play Forza, you're going to like the realism of the game. You're going to like how difficult it is and how many things you can change to like deflate your tire pressure. Need for Speed is the cartoon. Like I like street racing underground stuff. This doesn't like fill a niche. It's like we'll let you do everything that has a motor and hope you like it. So I don't know what it's trying to fill.
I don't either. Part of me thinks that they approached that how Steep kind of controlled the extreme snowboarding world, extreme skiing world, that they're trying to approach like the extreme motorsport or world with the flying and all that shit. And the
is that a big enough market?
Maybe. I mean, I don't know how well Steep did in terms of sales.
That is a very narrow.
Or how the Crew 1 did, really, is probably the better question. Did in terms of sales, but just didn't do anything for me. They didn't really show too much stuff there. They had that weird like Inception trailer with everything flipping around. It didn't really explain much except they were going to all different types of sea, land, water traversal.
The highest amount of players ever playing Steep at the same time is just over 1,000. There are currently 84 people playing it concurrently.
That's on Steam, though.
I bet there were way more on console, though.
Yeah. Definitely more on console. Definitely more on Uplay as well, because most people probably bought that through Uplay instead of Steam. If that's where you're pulling those stats from.
They had a big promotion for it for a while, too. It was cheaper on there.
Yeah. So, yeah, Crew 2 coming out early 2018. I think the beta, you can sign up for now if you want to. They showed a South Park trailer. The, 17th trailer for that game came out. And it was still funny. It still made me laugh. So I have hope for that game. I really have hope for that game being good. And
October 17th, right?
Yes. October 17th, 2017 release. Yeah.
What was the other game for that? There's another big game that's on the 17th too, and no one ever figured it out.
Yeah, there was another announcement. Was it? No, that was October 30th.
Is that maybe Fallout VR?
Maybe. I thought for some reason it was really fresh, so it was either Bethesda or it was. No, it had to be Bethesda.
Fallout 4 is coming to VR this October, but they don't say the date. Maybe that's where you're pulling it from.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. We're starting to fill in, though. We're starting to fill in this fall with video games, which is good because before E3 it was pretty barren. So they're starting to see a lot of games starting to finally announce when they're coming out.
A game I'm really excited for comes out October 17th, but I don't think it was at E3.
Which one's that?
Alex.
Oh, I don't even know what that is.
You should check it out. Looks pretty cool.
Check it out. Are you going to play South Park over Alex, though?
Probably.
Yeah. Okay. Makes sense.
By the way, you're with the rest of Twitch when you say you have no idea what that is. So that's not exactly what I'm rushing to.
Gotcha. He's fighting a motherfucker. There's no way that this guy would fucking live versus that hippo.
He's swimming faster than a hippo.
Dude, that hippo would fucking murder him.
Have you swung something underwater with any attempt to look at how fast he's doing? How strong is this guy?
Yeah, he's fighting it. He's only fighting a hippo. He's fighting it 100.
Hippo.
You have no chance against a hippo. They will destroy you.
They will literally destroy you. They will rip you apart in the first
hippos
bite.
Kill more people than sharks, I think.
Yeah, they're the most dangerous animal. Yeah.
Yeah, Wolfenstein is in October, but it's the end of October. We were talking about 17th.
Yeah.
Did he just GTA a boat?
Yeah, I think he did.
He just stole the fuck out of it.
Yeah. This does. I'm kind of interested in Assassin's Creed.
Look at the dude chilling on the mast. He's like, "Oh, you my captain now? Cool."
Yeah. He's just taking out.
Where are we going, Captain?
Yeah, this does look pretty good. I'm pretty excited for it. After South Park trailer and finally getting that release date, we went to that weird VR drama horror game with Elijah Wood in it called Transference. No idea what the fuck that is, but it looks cool.
It's a VR. It's going to be a VR experience. It's not going to be a game. I don't think it's going to be an experience, and which is cool. And I think what I'm more likely to actually set up VR to do instead of all right, I'm going to try and play a 20-minute game. So psychological thriller should be really cool. Also fucked up if they do it right.
Yep. Agreed. And it sounds like they're rooting a lot of it in some creepy either real reality or weird off reality stuff. That could be very interesting. And Elijah Wood in it too. That's gonna be fun to see what they're doing with that. Because if you know he's in it, you know they're putting a lot of resources into it. So they're going to do something hopefully really special.
Yeah, totally. It's going to have a big budget for sure if they're bringing Elijah Wood into it.
Shadows of War is October 17th.
There was a big game coming out.
Oh, is that the Lord of the Rings?
Oh, that's actually going to be tough.
Yeah. How do you? Well, here's the
South Park.
Here's the thing about it. It'll be tough for everyone else, but we're probably going to get early access to one of those games. So thank God for streamer privileges. But for everyone else, you're going to have to make a decision for sure. But
wait,
I mean,
is it the 17th or the 10th? Hold on.
Regardless,
October, it's going crazy.
October's going to be good, yeah. I also think that those games are pretty different, that they might not share the same audience. Yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe they do. I don't know.
It does look like it's a week earlier. Cool.
Okay, cool.
All right.
So
that's actually, so there's going to be a big release on the 10th, 17th, 27th, and then there's Wolfenstein there too.
It's going to be like February all over again, man.
Again. Evil Within 2 is the 13th of October, Friday the 13th.
Holy shit, you're right. You're right.
They're doing it again. Remember last year how we were like every major release was in October? It's happening again.
Yeah. Falls are
Sucks
always
for
busy.
people that play games.
Yeah. Let me bring up the Skull and Bones footage, and we can talk about that for a little bit.
Yeah.
Because that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
They decided. I mean, I think me and Ko have been saying that for a long time now. Ko maybe more than me. Literally, just take the naval combat from Black Sails and make it its own game, and they did basically that. Exactly. Through and through. It's 5-on-5. They've got some like AI stuff coming in at the end, so you can get away with your plunder. And I think there was like ship customization. I think that's what they were hinting to when they were showing stuff in the background.
Suggested it. Yeah.
Yeah.
At the beginning, they were showing the ship slowly building itself. But if they put a real good long-term kind of meta progression into that game, that is dangerous.
If you can change like the type of cannonballs and the type of armor.
Different types of cannons, different armaments, like cosmetic stuff.
Black Flag, not like, sorry.
It'd be so good.
Yeah.
You can have tournaments in that game, and I would it makes me wonder how many different locations are we going to be in? Are there going to be like fires everywhere and oil shit burning and like burn down building fights, and then outside? Like they can do so much with the environments as well.
Yeah, I see a lot of people saying "Rest in peace, Sea of Thieves." I feel like those games are so different that I don't know if these are a competitor.
One is you control a boat and you get to like micromanage your boat, and the other one is you're gonna have to like do this whole hierarchy, like captain, go raise the sails, like, and so somebody's got to go do it. I think they're different, very different, you know.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But this thing looks fucking great.
It's kind of crazy how Ubisoft is doing another multiplayer focused new IP game, just like they did with For Honor 2 years ago or a year ago, whenever they showed that.
They probably made a boatload of cash off For Honor, and they were like, shit, we should make more PvP games. People love that shit, especially if you just pay to progress quicker.
Yeah.
So if it's like, if you have to just buy crates or, chests or whatever.
Oh, I'm sure they're going to have like some sort of loot system in the game to like get better flags on your ship or get a better sail or
a gold sail.
Yeah, like you could cosmetic the fuck out of these ships or get a golden, I don't know, hull or something like that. Like even get special rams for the ship. Like the ships themselves looked great. Like there were so many little AI guys running around. They looked fantastic.
I don't know what's caused this kind of shift, but Battlefront's the same. Battlefront, all the DLCs, all the maps, all the hero progression, everything is free.
Yeah.
But they said there's going to be about 1,000 cards in the game that you can customize your characters with that like change abilities and add fresh abilities, and they'll obviously be crate based like they're on BF1.
Yeah.
So there's definitely some kind of, some data come out somewhere from someone that said, holy shit, guys, instead of having people buy your DLC, just give them crates. Like it's way better.
Well, I think that's Overwatch. I think that's everyone looking at what Overwatch did and does in the industry and being like, oh fuck, they're making so much goddamn money right now. We should just do
cosmetic,
that.
Right?
Yeah, it's all cosmetic. There's no in-game benefit.
Yeah, in Battlefront, the crates you get are like, hey, you have a different lightsaber style with Yoda and actual core abilities. Like,
oh, okay, so it's not just cosmetic. Okay,
it's not just no. It's like double the length, double the duration or strength of your shield, or extend Darth Maul's death grip by 100 meters or 10 meters or whatever. Like it's actual game-changing stuff.
Yeah. Also CS:GO as well. I mean, there's a bunch of games that are doing it for sure. But I think for consoles, Overwatch is like the big one there. Obviously for PC, Dota 2 and CS:GO are the big ones.
So the concept with the progression there is you could RNG your way into an extremely powerful situation, or RNG your way so you'd have to play a lot more or pay more to get that stuff.
Yeah. So like, say you're like, I really want to play Darth Maul, and there's a legendary level card that's like, Darth Maul can fire lightning out of his ass. You might play for 100 hours and never see that card, and you have to buy crates to try and increase your chance to get it. Now, what I think they should do, but it probably won't make as much money, but it'll probably make people happier, is when you open a pack of a crate or pack of whatever, it should give you some kind of token. And once you've got 10 tokens, you can buy whatever card you want. So you might buy 10 crates and open 10 crates and be like, fuck, I didn't get that legendary card, but I've got 10 tokens, and I can spend those 10 tokens to get the card I do want.
Call of Duty did this, and it was fucking miserable. And they did this like with Advanced Warfare, where you could have the same gun, but they'd have slightly different stats. And then it was just like, what the fuck? Because you might RNG your way into getting the best weapon, or you might just have the base weapon. But like anything that puts you at a disadvantage that is RNG rewards, like that's not good. Don't do it.
Yeah,
like, it's not good.
Yeah, I think the
RNG is fine when it comes to cosmetic stuff, but when it comes to affect the gameplay, that's I actually am in total agreement. That's when, but I really like SACRIEL's idea, where it's like you could open a few and then pick the ones you want. It's kind of like a guaranteed, at least you'll progress some way. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, theoretically, you could even dump a lot of money into it and just have really bad luck. And it's like that's a terrible situation to be in.
It's like Hearthstone hits it perfectly, right? You can disenchant and then spend your dust on whatever you did want. So if you need that legendary for a certain deck and you've just opened 100 packs and you're like, shit, I didn't get it, you can just disenchant your duplicates or whatever. So maybe, I don't know, maybe they'll have that in Battlefront. Maybe it's like, hey, you got a duplicate card and it disenchants it to credits or whatever, and you buy a card. I don't know.
Yeah, it's I think they've got a good balance there where they can still make a lot of money from card packs, but if you don't get the card you want, you can still make your card for sure. But you'll see the industry continue trying to make that system work for both them in terms of money and both the consumers in terms of playing it. So hopefully there's not too much in Skull and Bones. Definitely be playing that beta. The 5v5 stuff has me interested. Is it a turnoff that it's one person controlling one ship and not X amount of people controlling one ship? Is that a big deal? It's good.
I think it separates itself from Blackwake. Like that's a huge difference when it makes you're the captain and the ship is your player instead of you're a player part of this larger team. I think that's better. It's going to make it easier to compete and find other people to play with. And when you're talking about having 5 ships versus 5 ships, imagine filling that with real players if they're the crew. Like that would be a nightmare. The server would be miserable.
Imagine yellow hell. You're like, load the cannons, and the guy's AFK. What are you doing?
The guy's like, hey, fuck your mother, and you're like, come on, man, just put the goddamn things.
You're like, load the cannons, and it's JP doing this.
Fuck off, asshole. Don't tell me what to do.
It's like if I'm going to be playing a competitive game with other ships, it makes me feel better knowing I can talk to 3 people and know I'm talking to 4 ships instead of like 50 other people and hoping they do what we're hoping.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
totally.
So yeah, I kind of like this direction.
Cool. We'll see what comes from that. Just Dance 2018 was next. We could skip right over that. It's not for us. South Park Phone Destroyer, that mobile card game. An interesting way. I mean, in a world where every big publisher has their own card game, I guess it makes sense.
It's not a card game. It's like Hearthstone. I think it's more like.
It's like
Galaxies. It's got like a Final Fantasy vibe where it's like a bunch of dudes on either side and you attack each other and your cards are your abilities, so you have to unlock shit.
Yeah.
So like I think Total Biscuits spent like 10 grand or something on that Star Wars one, and he still hasn't got this ship or this Darth Maul he needs or some stupid shit. Yeah.
I know a bunch of people that have dropped like 1,000 into that game and still play it a shit ton. It's definitely a whale game when it comes to mobile stuff. I don't think they didn't really show too much for the South Park Phone Destroyer game, so we'll have to see when that comes out. Did they say it was coming out this year? I don't know.
Is it free to play, or is it like you buy it and everything's in it?
It's this year, yeah.
It's probably like the standard mobile game where it's like free to play, but you can buy card packs, et cetera, et cetera. Like they're gonna make sure that that's monetized to fuck.
Burke Black, the resident pirate of Twitch, is completely flipping out over Skull.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's right up his alley. Well, cool. That was the phone game they announced. Starlink, their game that I think started really strong and a lot of people were super stoked about. And then it took a sharp turn because it became a Toys to Life game. And that's not for us. But they were like... When you look at Skylanders and you look at Amiibos, maybe not necessarily Amiibos, but definitely Skylanders. It's kind of targeting the younger audience. This didn't look like it was targeting a younger audience. This looks like it was targeting like people our age-ish, kind of. Like there was a weird line there. I don't know what to think of that.
I think there is an age you pass where playing with toys just isn't. You just don't accept it. Do you know what I mean? Like I can't think of anyone over the age of like 16 that's like. When I say play with toys, like playing a game of Warhammer is totally different. But like getting like a little rocket ship and clicking on little cannons and stuff, there's something about that, especially when it looks like a Power Ranger ship or something. It like even the art style was looked like it was for toddlers. Like I don't know.
It's weird. I don't have anything else to say. It's fucking weird to put this giant contraption on a controller like that. This looks absolutely absurd.
As you're playing, I don't have time to think of this shit. It's like you're fighting another guy and you're like, hold on, let me put on my phaser cannon, give you a second.
Yeah, that's on top of a DualShock.
Look
at that nonsense.
Your wings and run off. You're like, hey, come back. Like you're trying to have a game and your dog stole some bits of your ship.
Quick note to add to the conversation, though, real quick. Chat is wanting to make sure we understand the toys are optional. You do not have to use them if you don't want to.
Who in their right mind is going to say, "Hey,
but the starter pack's $120 though." Right?
Yeah,
so
you probably get like a starter pack.
No, that was a joke. The 120.
He just made that shit up.
Yeah. Well, I guess it makes sense that they're optional, but I can't help but look at this and not laugh. Like this looks ridiculous.
Now, but it does beg the question, like, if you can get them in the game, is it a pain in the ass to get them in the game, or you can just buy them and then click them in? And if you do just buy everything at the beginning, does that mean you can just unlock it all and yeah, I'd really have to see more of this game before really kind of judging it, but it seems super gimmicky.
I mean, it's the definition of gimmicky.
People love that kind of stuff. Like I saw some people. I actually went to Twitter when that got announced because I was interested. A lot of people actually seem to like that idea. They like the idea of building a little starfighter on their controller, and they were pretty receptive to it. So I know it may not be our thing, but it looks like it may be someone's thing.
Yeah,
a lot of people's thing.
Ubisoft's definitely hoping it's someone's thing, because that seems like, look at that thing. How heavy is the controller going to be with that? That unless
the
it's
only person that'll be able to stream this will be Bajira.
Because yeah, I get it. I get the joke. It's a good joke. I like it.
Thank you.
That's a weird thing. It's a really weird thing. We'll see where they go with that. I really wonder how that thing's going to do in a world where Toys to Life I thought was on its way out, but it seems like Ubisoft doesn't think so. The next thing was the Steep expansion, the Road to the Olympics. Anyone hype about that at all?
No, I don't care.
I don't even watch it. I'll just buy my collector's edition.
Yeah, I don't really. Doesn't do anything for me. And then they showed some Far Cry 5 gameplay. We talked about how it was like 3 minutes of it, and then that was it.
It looked like Far Cry.
It does.
To be fair, it wasn't really a clean gameplay footage. Like, because it was like he went down to that car thing, and then he put the sniper on the tower, and then it just cut to like a completely different progression of the fight where people are dying and the camera's switching all over the place. It wasn't actual clean gameplay, but yeah, it just looks like what you'd expect, right, from a Far Cry game. You turn up, there's 12 dudes in a field, you've got 8 ways of killing them. Which one do you want to do?
Yeah, there was some new stuff with the companions here. Go ahead.
It feels kind of weird saying this before you've played a game, but I can say like, yeah, it looks like Far Cry 5.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, and it's like it looks as one would have expected it to look. I didn't see anything in there that blew me away. I didn't see anything that looked very new. It looked like a few little kind of fun, maybe new things that they're throwing in, but it looked like Far Cry 5.
It really does. I think they've the idea of having these different companions that you can call in and do stuff, and a dog that kind of goes and fights and bringing you guns and stuff like that. That's cool. That's a cool addition, but I don't know if it's enough for me to get super excited for Far Cry again.
It's going to be the characters, man. The characters are going to carry that one. Like the gameplay we've all seen 100 times before. We'll probably see some new gore and stuff, but if it's going to be, are we going to get the next Vass? I hope so.
Yeah.
See.
They mentioned co-op there, Friends for Hire. I hope that you can play. A cool thing would be if you could play the single player story full with friends. That would be a cool thing for Far Cry that would make it interesting. Because I think the best things about Far Cry is it is an open world where you can just fuck about, and it's fun to go and do that stuff with friends, as Jericho and I talked about at the beginning of this. It would make that game a lot more interesting for me. But we'll have to see when that comes out. Was the launch date there?
Some people in chat are saying that's confirmed. Can we get a link or something to that? I must have missed that.
They said you could. I did not hear that in the conference unless we were talking over it. No. Would love to have that confirmed though.
2-player co-op whole campaign confirmed.
Is that what you're reading in chat, or did you find a?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was like confirmed a week ago.
People are saying the Steam page says that, so.
Even better.
Cool. Yeah, and that comes out February 27th. When did Primal come out? Didn't it come out around that same time as well?
Yes.
That like Q4 launch window? I think most Far Cry games ship there.
Free Hope County and solo or 2-player co-op.
Cool.
There you go.
I'm actually into that then.
Already.
That would be kind of fun to do the whole story in co-op. I'd actually be down with that.
Yeah.
All right, I think I'm kind of
cool.
I'm into Far Cry now.
Polygon article.
What the fuck? I like Far Cry now.
Yeah, it's like that. That'll be kind of fun to do that. I'd be into that. And then the last thing they showed, of course, was the Beyond Good and Evil 2 CG trailer, which really is a thing that people have just been. I mean, just go look at DJ Wheat the past 4 years or 3 years. Every E3, he's begged for this thing to show up. And it's been all but confirmed dead since then. And here it is with this CG trailer.
And it looked outstanding.
Yeah,
or at least the writing.
Well, the world and the narrative looked great. And the idea behind it all, the fact that it's a prequel, the locales that you're going to looks phenomenal.
I loved how real it looks. Like those graphics were not only phenomenal, but all the detail in each of those scenes, like that bar scene and everything, that was really well done.
What is this?
Yep.
Oh, this is the break. Okay, they have a breakdown with Michael Ansel on. I was wondering why they're getting like these slow zoom ins and pans. Let me go find the other trailer.
Just to be clear, they didn't show any gameplay, right?
No. Probably way too early.
Let's face it, though. Name a For Honor game. Name a Ubisoft game that isn't on the cutting edge of graphics, right?
Yeah.
If their art style, just from the people they've got on board, is this good for the trailer, if they even replicate a third of that or a quarter of that in the game, it will be outstanding.
Totally.
It looks great.
Yeah, it really does. I get a lot of Fifth Element vibes from this.
I got that as well.
Apart from the fucking monkeys and all the animal-like races walking around. Yeah.
Also,
nice to see Britain portrayed as well as a gangster monkey. Thanks, America.
That's true.
Hell yeah.
That's true.
To be fair, though, Sack, you were pretty chill.
Oh,
it was a pretty cool monkey.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
But what I was going to say is it's really interesting because like one of the things that chat erupted in right there is they were like, "Oh, that was CGI. That was a cutscene." We're very quickly approaching the point when CGI for cutscenes and the actual gameplay is getting close. Like, of course, it's not there yet, but it's getting close. And in fact, a lot of games use the in-engine for their CGI these days. So when you look at a CGI and you can see all the detail they're putting into those scenes.
Love and care.
Although that obviously may not be in the gameplay, it gives you an idea who at least the people designing the scenes are and the quality that they're doing. So, of course, you may not get a perfect representation, but if you see really good scene design in the cutscenes, you can be relatively assured it'll be decent in the main game too. So, I don't
know. Yeah. And then the fact that my favorite part, I think, the entire conference was they brought Michael Ansel up on stage. And before he could even talk, he was sitting there just fucking bawling his eyes out because he's probably been wanting this to happen for so fucking long. And he finally got his moment, which is cool.
I wonder how long they've been working on it.
Yeah, I don't know. You rarely get to see developers show that amount of like love for their game and be that into it on stage. And I thought that was great. I want to see more of that. To be honest, I would love to see that instead of a CEO or someone coming out on stage and saying like,
we're French man.
We're going to have this game out at the end of the year and you're going to want to buy it. It's got to be great. Like, show me some more people that care about he cares, but show me the fucking people that made the game loving the fact that they made the game and they're able to present it to everyone else. I got to say, they didn't need Aisha.
They did not need Aisha.
Not at all.
They did not. They did perfectly fine without her. I was really worried it was going to be super fucking cringy, and I can't recall a moment that was kind of rough.
You know what it was, man? That show was damn professional. It felt like everything clicked together. It felt like they rehearsed it a bunch of times. Everyone was pretty much on point, except that one part with the screen, the tech issue with the screen.
But
that's
here's
right. The thing. Yeah. That stood out like a sore thumb because everything else was kind of so on point. So, I mean, that was
the first 10 minutes when a Frenchman and a Japanese man struggled to communicate through a translator.
That was the only part, and it wasn't even that bad.
They got their point across. I still liked it.
It wasn't.
So, it was pretty good. It was better than I expected.
It was definitely awkward, but it was fucking Miyamoto on stage at someone else's press conference, which is like pretty fucking cool. Like that's a huge get.
Yeah, he styled it out. Okay.
Yeah, for Ubisoft, that's a huge get. And the Nintendo fanboys are fucking loving that on Twitter right now for sure. But yeah, I think I like that. I think Microsoft showed more games, but I think I liked Ubisoft's conference a lot better than that. I think this is my favorite conference so far of the year.
Ubi's had a bit more soul. Like you could, there was a lot of, and I think that was their point to show it, but there was a lot of caring in that conference. A lot of people that were just really thrilled to see what they've been working on be on the big screen. And that's kind of rare for these to do well. I mean, sometimes they try to do it and it doesn't really take hold, but it kind of worked this time.
Yeah. You really thought that you thought that conference was better overall than Microsoft's? I'm just curious. I think they're kind of uncomparable. I liked more that Ubisoft showed, but I feel like Microsoft's it was still really good, all things considered. I just wish they had cut out an hour and just left us with the stuff I cared about. I feel like this conference was more geared towards me, but I don't think that it did anything so amazing that I'm like, this is the one, guys. Like they just had good games, you know?
That's a good point.
Dude, I actually think the Microsoft conference I feel was better for getting information out. I think they had a mantra they needed, and the games, the 41 games in a row was incredible.
Yeah.
Like that was an awesome presentation. But there's no question that where Microsoft had kind of the more business, let's do this E3 conference right kind of thing, Ubisoft was much more kind of slow, methodical, and had, like I said, like a little bit more soul to it. It had a little bit more human connectivity in it, where Microsoft was kind of like, hey, hype, business, and games. Ubisoft was more like, we're really happy to show you this stuff.
Yeah,
and
that's a good point.
We're going to take some time and really show it to you. So both were great conferences, and I think both knocked it out of the park. But they're better. They're both better at different things. They excel at different things.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, the other thing too is Xbox had to launch a new piece of hardware, right? So that's gonna shift the tone of the press event a little bit, especially when they wheeled out the guy to drop all the tech specs that was just gobbledygook to people that didn't fucking understand.
That was funny as fuck. Teraflops are more than last
7 billion transistors. Oh, okay, that's cool. But yeah, I thought it was a great conference. I loved everything about Ubisoft. The only thing the kind of rough spots, obviously that fucking weird zoom in on the monitor. It's unforgivable, but they're not going to do that again. That kind of made
a French guy from another dimension that time goes slower. That was kind of odd.
What game was he on again? What was he showing?
You know that planet from Inception or whatever where time goes slower? I think he was from there.
That was
just like
that was the Crew 2 guy. Yeah. He was definitely definitely slow.
He was on something.
Slow spoken for sure. But yeah, let's go around, give it a rating. Remember, it's something out of 10. Doesn't have to necessarily be a number.
I got one.
Tally's the seasoned professional at this because he created this system, I think. Tally.
Yes.
What do you rate Ubisoft?
I rated a CohhCarnage out of 10.
Okay, I like it. I like it. You're a fan of South Park with the CohhCarnage. I'm into it. JERICHO, what about you?
I'm gonna give it a successful fight with a hippo underwater out of 10.
That's a pretty good score. Pretty good score.
Not bad.
Yeah. SACRIEL?
As an Englishman, I rate this French out of 10.
Now, you need to, as we are all American, is that a good or bad thing? Or is it just a thing?
It's not bad. You put up with it, but you'd kick its ass if you could.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
okay. Okay.
That was pretty good.
Co, what about you?
I'm gonna be boring. I'm gonna go ahead and say that was. I think I gave a real score to Microsoft as 8 out of 10, and I'm gonna give the same to Ubisoft. I think they were both fantastic.
Come on, get off the fence, brother.
No, seriously. I thought they were both great in different ways. And here's the thing: before everyone's like so positive about everything, I don't want to talk about Bethesda with ratings.
No, you gave Microsoft an X out of 10.
At a press conference?
I did. Actually, Tally gave it an X out of 10.
You both.
I don't think I ever actually said my out of 10.
Okay, well there you go.
So. But I thought they were both great. And yeah, like these two so far have been the standout for the show. I don't really have like a funny answer because seriously, I really liked them both.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see how Sony stacks up now because we've had like both sides of what we can have. We've had the businessy showcase, we've had the soul showcase. So Sony's going to do better at one of those, and then it's going to have a direct competitor, and it's going to be better or worse than that. So we're going to have to see where that one falls, and should be interesting.
Yeah. What? Let's look at the schedule here. What time is Sony tonight? It is 8:30 Eastern, which is.
And real quick, interesting thing. Apparently, the Sony Twitch channel is saying that they're starting an hour early. So some people are saying they may have a pre-show of their own or something. We don't know what's going to be on it, but keep in mind. Yeah.
Don't watch that pre-show.
Okay.
Watch ours.
Yeah, we'll look into that. So 8:30. That's in what?
2.5 hours.
5:30. That's in 2.5 hours.
Yeah, 2.5
We starting in
hours.
2 hours from now.
Well, the conference itself will start at 9. Our stream will start at 8:30.
Oh, 8:30. Got it.
And we'll go live 30 minutes before with music and whatnot. So I guess keep it locked here, and we'll figure out what's going on with Sony tonight.
Did you rate the show, JP?
Yeah, I'll give it a tears out of 10 because I think that was the best part. It honestly was the best part. Seeing the devs come out.
Not a Rumbo out of 10?
Not a what?
A Rumbo out of 10?
No. Again, we got to forget the Rumba,
See?
whatever. I already forgotten it. Exactly. You got to let it go. You got to let it go. You got to let it go. I really wonder what Sony shows tonight.
I'm excited. I think they're in a really nice spot where they could either go full on hardware and cock slap some Microsoft, or go full on games and still cock slap. Like they can win by doing one or the other.
Someone's
they split
getting
it right
some
down
cock.
the middle.
They have
Somebody's
the
getting
lineup.
cock. Yeah.
They have the line to dominate the entire E3.
I think all they're going to do in the hardware world is come out and say, hey, we've sold 52 million PS4s. Here are some games that you can play on your consoles you already own. Like, I really.
VR.
That'd be refreshing.
Sorry.
What was that, Jericho? The VR stuff?
Sorry, I said that we're gonna see a lot of VR stuff, right? Like I'd assume they're gonna push that pretty hard.
I hope so.
They
With the
announced that they
PSVR.
sold 1 million PSVRs last week or 2
1 million?
weeks ago.
Jesus.
Yeah.
How cool
Right here.
would it be if we got actual like AAA title announcements for PSVR? That would be, whoa.
Has anyone even got close to that in
Can
the
I
VR
tell you,
environment,
as of
I don't
as
think
of
so.
Resident Evil 7. That's
as
it.
of
Resident Evil
yeah,
7.
as
Oh,
of
okay.
right. Sorry, as of the Q1, HTC's sold, quote unquote, much more than 140,000 units. So PSVR is just slaying in the
Yeah.
sales.
They are.
De
What the cost
facto
difference?
largest.
Yeah.
How much does it
they're-
cost, the PS4 one?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Final
you're
Fantasy 7, as Chad's
Ooh,
mentioning. That'll be
Final
big.
Fantasy VII.
Hopefully,
they
it's
show
some
it.
actual progress on that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if they show it.
Kingdom
The
Hearts.
PSVR is $400 SACRIEL, and then you have to buy a console for $300 or $400 on top of that.
Yeah, but you
Otherwise,
need
it's like
$900
good.
Vive and like a $2,000 PC,
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the comparison.
and then a huge room.
Exactly.
That's true. That's true.
I wonder if we're gonna see more Shadows of Mordor or whatever the new Shadows.
Oh
of
yeah,
War.
yeah.
I wonder if that's gonna be like almost every showcase. They're
Has
gonna
had
have
that.
that.
Well, I mean, that game was such a fucking sleeper hit when it came out. I think they're trying to stay. Everyone's trying to stay on top of it this year.
We're gonna see Kojima's new game.
He
Death
announced he
Stranding.
wasn't going to be there.
Oh,
But
said he'd be
there.
he said
He'll
he
be
did
there.
say here's what I'm thinking. He said that Death Stranding would not be at E3 this year.
Yeah,
Maybe they
whatever.
finally fucking made a name for the game that's not Death Stranding, and they're going to come out and show that.
Oh.
If he
That would
comes
be-
out and like, what's his
Unless
name?
that's the
Jeff
official
Reed-
name of the game. I don't know.
Why wouldn't it be? They've already got like.
Yeah,
Promo behind it.
because it's Kojima, and Kojima's weird
exactly.
as shit.
It's Kojima, so no rules apply at all.
Okay,
like nothing
you're right,
makes
yeah.
sense. He does things specifically because they don't make sense. So
Okay.
Yeah,
you never know with him. He's wily.
yeah.
If they bring out whatever it's called, Death Stranding, with a new name, I hope Norman Reedus, or whatever his name is, walks out actually covered in crude oil to do the announcement. Because all those trailers are trippy.
Yeah, they are trippy.
Here's the thing. All right, just FYI, somebody else can help me here. He tweeted 2 hours ago pictures from E3, and is there something?
Yeah, he's always going to be there, but
yeah, and it's definitely called Death Stranding because they've got merch.
Okay.
Like, and he just took a picture an hour ago with like a phone cam. Case.
There was a when he was doing the Metal Gear Solid 5 tour, they basically came out and announced a new game as Kojima, or rather as a different developer who was wearing like was he wearing fucking bandages on his face or something like that? He did something really fucking crazy and trippy. And they basically teased that for about 6 months, and then they came out at some other conference and said, like, by the way, you've actually just been seeing Metal Gear Solid this entire time.
That's kind of dope.
Yeah. So yeah, Moby Dick Studios, exactly. And it was just called Phantom Pain. And then it was later revealed that it was called Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. So
he's such a troll. I love it. That would be awesome. I hope he does.
I hope he does some shit like that. But we'll preview Sony a little bit more tonight. But I think we're good for Ubisoft. I'm quite happy with that.
Good
job.
That was
great. That was good stuff. Let's do some shout outs and get out of here. Let's see if I made these correctly. SACRIEL, some shout outs. Hey, go ahead.
Hey. Hello, I'm SACRIEL. I sometimes like to play games better than DayZ, which is all games ever. So check me out on twitch.tv/SACRIEL.
Perfect. JERICHO, some shout outs.
I'm still here. I'll be here for the Sony press conference. I'm gonna learn how to speak before I come back. And thanks for having me on again. I'm not streaming until tomorrow, so don't worry about it. But I'll see you tonight. Should be fun.
Cool. Tally, some shout outs.
What's up, everyone? Twitch.tv/Tally. Want to watch some cool MMO action? Because there's really only one that's really good out there, so that's the only one you're probably gonna watch me play. Yeah, you'll see me at the Sony and whatever else JP wants me to do because I'm his slave boy. CohhCarnage.
You're all about that cock magic. Do some shout outs.
Oh my. Hi everyone. Thank you guys for watching. As always, thank you to JP, JERICHO, Tally, and SACRIEL. It's been a pleasure. Hope you guys had fun and looking forward to watching the Sony conference with you in just a little bit. Thanks for watching.
Fantastic. All right, this will be going up on YouTube and probably completely and utterly butchered with all the audio completely stripped because you can't get anything on YouTube unless it's just you talking without someone else claiming it. And sometimes even they'll claim that. So I'll do my best to get that posted up before tonight, but probably won't happen. Anyways, we'll be back in 2.5 hours for the Sony conference. I hope it's good. I think you guys do too as well. So we'll see. We're out.
Pumped.
Bye-bye. Tally's pumped.
Bye.